Welcome. Yo.
This is season 3, episode 8, and sponsored by Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. We appreciate the support. We have Get Real.
Yeah.
Get Real. There we go.
Get Real. Jimmy, Garrett.
You see my nipples through my shirt.
Garrett.
You can.
You can.
We can.
I did.
We did. Brad Magar in the house. What's up, Brad?
Hey, on the chat.
Brad's in the chat. Harass him, guys. Give him.
Brad's got Brad.
Everything you got. Everything you got.
Tude.
So, yeah.
No.
Appreciate you guys coming all the way out here,
Well, I
dude.
appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, man, it's fun to be here.
Yeah, I was like afraid to be like, hey, here's the pin, and you'd be like, damn, that's far.
It was.
It
fun.
is.
It's all good.
It is.
I told him
It's
this
cool
time I
'cause
wasn't going to
we
get 30
do
minutes.
a lot of wakeboarding over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Horseshoe.
yeah. Right.
Well, like if the bridge, because you know the bridge, the water gets up. So we're at Prairie Creek, but when the bridge is low enough to pass underneath with the like wakeboard boat,
Right.
we go over here because it's glass. A lot of people just stay over.
This
by
is
Prairie.
the glass.
Yeah,
This is
it's
the glass.
over here.
Glass side.
Yeah. No,
I never knew that.
It actually is like the wake is so much probably more manageable. Is that the deal?
Yeah, more manageable.
I know nothing about wakeboarding.
You're not hitting
either.
Like when you, so it's all water. So like your ramp or your wake is not going to be the same every time because it's water. It's not going to be like a wood ramp where it's the same consistent thing. So when you got like washy water, it creates like a lip, like an inconsistent lip. So when you hit it, your pop could be either way high or real low.
Gotcha.
So and you can see your reflection. It feels good when it's glass. It just feels good.
Let me see that thing.
It says it's off.
We're doing a
swear I hear it
little
over
thing here.
See?
Maybe so. Maybe so. We're gonna work through this real quick.
This is our first night to be running chats.
You know.
Bro, my Instagram story
What's
is
up,
still
chat?
uploading.
Chat's live.
It's kind of slow out here.
Oh, I said that and it posted. Everyone go look at my story.
You're rural, boy.
Oh, dude, boy.
Is it your phone?
It's my dang old phone. Look at the unprofessional nature of your host.
He's pointing at me. I was like, it's down.
Brandon. I wanted to blame Brad. I did.
Yeah.
I really did, and I did.
Yeah.
So,
all
but yeah, we got it under control, so we're good to go. Yeah, let me switch this baby back over here. We're all set.
You got the button in case we got like a hiccup or something?
No.
No buttons.
Don't get that one. Yeah.
Super live.
You're
dog.
screwed if
Yeah.
you say something or do something wrong.
Oh yeah, and Jimmy, one more thing. So when you're chatting, when you're talking, we're talking to the side. That's
Side,
not the top.
Okay,
There we go.
raise this
Yeah.
up.
There you go.
So
Raise it up.
Way better.
There was
Cover that
way
beautiful
better,
face,
way better.
Jimmy.
There we go.
I need this mic for my Witcher setup and why it's a little deeper.
Dude, you know what? Let's.
Yes.
That starts like way deep into the story,
Okay.
but like since you brought it up, I think we should talk about what's your setup and why, because that's definitely like the standout thing that I see
People
like
stealing it too,
outsider
man.
looking at.
The
Yeah,
Volt,
bro,
the Volt
people
Pro
stealing
Scooter.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
bro.
There's some other
Uh,
dude that said he says the same
No,
exact thing.
really?
The
Yeah, you should
Volt.
pull it
So
up.
the Volt,
Dude.
they blocked me on my personal because it kind of went into the comment section and called them clowns, but kind of a clown.
Dude,
clown
it was
move.
straight rip off.
Okay.
Volt Pro scooters, they have like 425K followers, whatever. But someone sent me a video. It's what's your setup and why. I'm like, all right,
You're like,
that's
"Excuse me?"
exactly me. And then they did like the little like zoom in on the face when I kind of make a facial expression, and then left it with like the thanks Garrett. So I went in there and I was like, yo, like not even like got inspiration from Get Real.
Jank, man.
Nothing.
So they blocked everyone that went in there and was like, "Hey, you're copying this," and then they turned off all comments on their post.
I'm gonna pull
no
up
way.
one of the what's your setup and why's, just like let it roll in the
Yeah.
background.
That one. Shout out
Jack. Yeah,
Shout
okay.
out that
shout
little
out
kid.
Jack.
Yeah, I don't remember how I saw it. Either you posted it or reposted
Yeah.
somebody, and I was like, yo, does he know y'all? And then
Yeah.
I was looking, I was like, oh my gosh, they're literally pulling
Pulled
this,
it, yeah.
biting it, man.
So I did.
I would switch to it, but
how
I
you
don't
know
want
you're
I don't want to
doing
give
it
him
right.
any shine.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
why
yeah.
would
But
we do that?
I mean, it was
Yeah.
like they could have had the damn script in their hand and read it off.
No,
I
it's
was like,
it's like they downloaded the video and then like literally plugged and played their video, and then they used like a hand for their mic, like I had the gimmick with the truck. But they did post another one and they changed it to, instead of what's your setup and why, it's what do you ride and why. So they kind of like respected that. Hey,
Okay, yeah,
we
let me
did it.
switch it up a little.
They
Okay,
did
gotcha,
comment,
gotcha.
said that they got inspiration from Get Real, but why didn't you do that from the beginning? Like, why do we have to
okay,
call you
gotcha.
out for that?
Yeah, you could have came up with, like you said, you could have just reworded it a
Reworded
little
it,
bit, and
but
it's like, what can you do
To the
at that point?
to the exact T. That kind of was like, all right, bro, like, what's going on here?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, my thing
Scooter
is,
kids.
dude.
Someone's doing the kickflip I do.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, like there's some things that I think you can't really like point at, but like the style in which you do this is it's unique. It's
authentic.
yours. Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like I don't know. I've done this for like over a year and a half, maybe a year, but it's the
Easily.
same thing every time. It's not doesn't change. It's the same concept.
But it's great. It's great in that, and it's like you know what to expect when it's coming.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah.
So I like that.
And I did it because I wanted just to give a platform for, you know, like you can go see a setup of a pro, right? And you kind of you can relate on some parts, but you're not really getting that like relation. But when they see Jack, like all Jack's homies get to see a setup, and it's more relatable. It gives them a platform to like actually skateboarding is an very expressive sport. So they get to express, you know, what they like. You know, he painted on his board. A lot of the comments are like, "Oh, that's a dope painting." Someone get Jack another board. But it creates this culture.
Yeah.
It creates people talking, and really, it does that for them, and just gives them a platform to speak on in a good, positive way. I don't interject in any way. I just give the mic and just hey, just talk, be yourself.
You should start giving opinions. Yo, that board's trash, dog.
A lot of people do forget.
You need new trucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people do forget the why part. I don't know if it's just because
Yeah.
they're nervous.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It
right.
is.
I think it is.
I think when I did one, I was like, I didn't even answer everything you asked me. I just rattled off what I was
That's what the
riding on.
comments section
But it's cool if you
Yeah.
don't want
Right.
to say why. I mean, it's for them. It's not for me, or it's just for.
You're right, though.
the
They
person-
forget. They're
yeah.
just like, but it's a good experience to be like, spotlight.
Yeah.
So there's
So
no
the next
stage
time they
fright.
do, you know, next time
Yeah.
they do get in front of a camera, they may feel a little bit better.
I mean, there's like anybody that goes to it, you can see the like long history
so
of
funny.
how many you've done. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, there's no
so
doubt
many.
about
Do
it.
you know how many you've done?
Oh, I counted like a couple months ago. I think it was like 70 or something. I think probably 100 so far.
That's
which is pretty cool.
That's rad. That's
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool.
And you kind of get to see like an insight of what everyone's like riding. A lot of people here are independent and Spitfires. I don't know if it's what
Independent
everyone
Spitfire.
knows.
No, that
but
sounds like a very Midwest.
No,
thing,
that's
you know?
yeah. It's been that way for a while. If I remember, I mean,
Yeah.
I've always
Terrain.
rode those. Actually, that's
Yeah.
what I'm riding.
Yeah.
So I mean,
He called you out specifically, man.
It's Indian Spitfire.
like, it's totally true.
Right.
Yeah. Just trying to like, I don't know. You get to see what kind of from each area. Like when you go up to like Oklahoma and stuff, it changes. So you can see a lot more like Thunder stuff, and it's very weird to see like the difference of what people ride. And I don't know if it's education that we just don't have the biggest like identity here yet, but it's getting there.
I would think Thunder and Indy would be the two, but I don't know.
I got Slappies in now. If anyone wants those Slappies,
Oh yeah, no, they
those
should.
things are awesome.
No, and I've heard a lot of good things about them. So I hope people do.
It
There are
literally
some
newer
newer trucks out
those,
there too.
They have the they have an angle. It's like a 20-degree angle, I guess, from the kingpin
Oh,
to
right,
So
that's right.
It helps you get up on a side. It literally teleports. Like it'll put you on a curb. My experience yesterday.
You know what?
Really?
It it was
Okay.
crazy. It,
I
like,
just thought that was the cornball name for it, but
I was
Whoa.
riding
That-
Thunders like a couple weeks ago, and then I switched to Slappies, and the difference of getting onto the curb was
Interesting.
night and day.
Well, you know what? I really suck at curves, so like you got me interested.
Yeah,
You, that comment, like I think that just
I didn't know
Real,
that it was
real.
actually like, hey, we have a different angle.
Yeah,
Blah,
it's
blah.
it's like the biggest angle. Like if they have if you go on like Slappy on their Instagram, they have the angles of like Thunder, and it's with the
we can check it
the
out.
measurement thing. Like if you put your
That
phone,
we can check out.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to swing it over. 'Cause I can't see that
No one's chatting.
thing. Jerks.
Hey, I'm gonna give is Hush in here because he told me to shout him out. If he's not in here, he missed his shot. So
Ooh.
Hush.
He was like
Shout out, dude.
super stoked too on our page.
What a guy. Who's all in here?
He's a
Name
good
them
guy.
all.
He's
Give
a
them
good
all
guy. He's a
addresses
good
and
guy.
stuff.
Let's see. See, it says on there.
I think it's on their. If you go on their Instagram, I think they have it, or they could have it on there. But it's something with their angle from the kingpin to their hanger.
Well, that one said something about being
It should be.
inverted.
Invert. Well, yeah.
Let me see.
I'm gonna.
You mean like Grind
I'll
King?
just go to their
Yeah.
Instagram here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should be
exactly
like
like
their.
Okay, I'm up here. This thing?
Yeah, the next one. Wait, no, not the next one's a video. Oh. I'm
It's
going to find it.
20 degrees.
Yeah, the 20 degree. Yeah, and then they did have like another page or another post I think somewhere, but it showed like it had Ace on there.
I see what they're saying. 20 degrees from the truck to the Kingpin.
From the hangar to the Kingpin.
Okay.
Like I'm not kidding you. To go take 2 trucks, go take your Indies and your Slappies, and go test. It literally throws you up on the curb. Like,
Oh, you telling us to go skate right now, bro? Let's go.
We gotta go.
Well, if you're-
we gotta go.
We're done.
Let's cancel.
but they're
this.
cool. The red and blue ones and the gold, those are the new Slappy lights. So it's hollow Kingpin,
These
hollow
Oh.
axle.
Bro, those are the
Those are
same
cl-
ones that get real.
Those are
Yeah,
clean.
they're clean.
Whoa.
Those are clean.
They're fun, and it has the inverted Kingpin, so that clearance is just
I
phenomenal.
would, you know, like I'm pretty bad because I unfortunately rely on aesthetics as well.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like I was always into Thunder because like they always had like some like, you know, some design ad.
You
to
don't
it.
like raw trucks?
No, I skate independent for a long time.
Well, yeah,
for
but
probably like
you
10 years
You
probably.
like decals on your trucks?
You know,
I like raw trucks.
Don't matter to me.
Or
Yeah.
gold.
yeah.
Yeah, don't matter to me.
You know, I really don't do any weight
I'll skate
savings
them.
on my
They all-
boards.
I mean,
so.
I just skate indies, but they'll all be the same to me just because. Yeah.
But yeah, like
I'm-
I guess
yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
down
saying
with
is
it.
like I see that gold one in the back, and like I would put that on my skateboard.
Oh yeah.
Just
Put that
because
on
the
my
colors.
skateboard.
Sell me
Look at
colors,
that.
man.
Sell me colors. No, I'm bad. I'm a packaging bro. Like, you know, like let me
take
see
it.
that packaging.
Yeah.
That's me,
Oh,
dude.
well, that's why they like paint stuff and put a pro name on it because kids
Yeah.
are like, oh,
Well,
shit, that's
and I
the
mean,
one.
You know, I guess I focus on branding a bunch, so like I like seeing like, you know, stuff like that, and the fact that it's Slappies, and you said that it like puts you on the.
Literally just
Curb.
teleports.
You
Like,
know,
I literally
it sounds-
hopped on like,
sounds
dude,
dope.
this is insane.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
maybe I should come over and
Check 'em out, yeah.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Dope,
Buy a
dope.
curb.
Buy a curb. There are those like curb.
Those red ones?
New
no,
Get Real
with
curb
the
at Get
curb.
Real.
Oh.
The
like
that
a metal
like
plate.
it saves the curb.
Yeah,
So,
it saves the curb. Yeah,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like basically like angled iron. Like
I think it's
angled
Keen ramps. I think Keen ramps are the.
I think there's a
that make
couple
it.
companies, but
Yeah.
iron. Yeah.
Anyways, enough about those guys. Let's get back to
I like
the
indies.
story of Get Real. So, you know, okay, with let me get out of this beast here. You know, I have to be the technical director and the host at the same
Oh, that's
time.
cool.
So yeah, with
spit it out.
bro, give me a second, dude. Gotta
not-
like
it's not working.
push buttons. So the shop did not start at the location that it's at right now.
No, it was
Started in a
mobile.
van,
Yeah.
which you pulled up in today.
Yeah,
Rolled up
pulled
in
up.
it.
Still got
it's,
it.
It's my daily. It's my daily.
Still
live.
the daily.
Yeah,
Okay.
still the daily.
Bill.
It's not functioning as a mobile skate shop right now, but because of the shop. But yeah, I
Yeah.
started off mobile. Well, I actually did start GR2, if any of the OGs know. But Get Real 2 or GR2 was supposed to be Get Real 2, but I didn't want to put the name out before I actually started the
Oh,
company.
gotcha.
So GR2 was just videography. So I like COVID happened. Some people it was good for them. Some people it was bad.
Right.
It was good for me. Got to work at home, and then also like stay up late at night and like learn videography and editing and stuff like that.
What were you doing for work? during that
I
time?
still have a salary job. Shout out. It was Clear Choice Retail. Now it's Champion Retail. We did a name change, but we are like in-store marketing and logistics. So we do like when you go walk into Walmart and you see you're on like looking through the shelf, you see like a little advertisement off on the side.
Yeah.
Like corrugate stuff.
Yeah.
Or like just a little like shelf talker, shelf flag. We do all that. We produce it, kit it, ship it. Have reps go into Walmart. We don't have our own physical reps, but we use like Crossmark and stuff like that to go into store and place that point of purchase thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I still work for them. I do like 3D design. So when a buyer wants like a half pallet display in Sam's or they want a full pallet display,
Sick.
any type of thing,
You
I'm
can
in.
like do like a mock
Bro, I
up design
had
or
no
something
idea.
like
he
Full-
did that.
What? That's
Garrett's
sick, though.
learning too.
I'm seeing all the stuff in Walmart thinking, damn, there's some sick stuff in there
That's
sometimes.
Jimmy, bro.
Most of that stuff. So it starts with me, I guess. Our client has an idea of like, oh, I want this. Like for example, we did for like Lottie. I don't know if I can be saying these names, but this one company, they did a vampire, like, it's called a sidekick, and it goes into, like, the wired racks in the end of the shelf. But I did design, like, a vampire coffin thing. It was, like, for Vampire Diaries, and it was, like, a bunch of makeup stuff. But anything that you see corrugated, stuff like that, like, it could be me that designed it, and then the buyer gets approval.
So do y'all blow up at Halloween?
As far as, like, big
like
displays,
displays and
cookies
stuff,
and whatever else is
big,
down there. Yeah,
like that and
holiday
like,
stuff.
Holiday, yeah, definitely. And it's crazy because it's like they already are set in stone of what they want, like a year out. So we'll have stuff ready to go like a year out. So they're planning that, like,
wow,
they
that
know
far that far out.
Oh,
okay, cool.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, does that job like influence you with the skate shop, like the stuff that you learned there?
Kinda. My boss, Ted Fox, owner of the company, shout out him. He's awesome.
Shout out Ted.
Absolutely amazing. He allows me to, cut out at 1 o'clock every day and go
sick.
Open up the skate shop.
Yeah,
so
appreciate it.
and what's cool about it is I'm not client facing, so I can get that stuff.
Get your work done.
Yeah.
Behind the shop. So like, if I'm, it's kind of slow or whatever, I can crank out blah, 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 blah.
Gotcha.
And
and then we can talk about like the location of your brick and mortar in Bentonville.
Yep.
Right. Probably like it's such an insane location.
Yeah.
Like I like when I saw that I was honestly like bewildered like how you got that.
I pulled up and I was like, "Where's it at? What the hell is this? Where am I going? I see the sign, but I don't know."
Yeah, it's in the Bank of America on Walton and
Really?
8.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. And there's 2 retail spots on the side of it. Really close friend of mine or family. He does a lot of real estate around the area.
Okay.
And he owns that building. And then I hit him up. I'm like, hey, what do you think about?
What do you think about a skate shop?
Yeah.
What was there any like any kickback when you told him it was like you were bringing a skate shop in?
No, he was
very curious about that.
Oh, he was all about it.
Okay, cool.
Good. I don't know.
Good to hear.
Yeah. He was
I
all
don't know,
about.
actually.
Yeah. Well, I'll say I can tell you some more after. But it was all good, and especially with the new skate park going in where it's going to be.
Yeah. You're close.
Yeah. I wanted,
so how close? How close are you going to be to the
point two? I did the mat, like the little calculation on maps, but like 0.2 miles away from the new.
Yo.
Skate. You can literally I could throw a rock at it.
That's good. So if someone needs something, they can just walk over there easily.
Is it? It's walk. Like
oh
just,
yeah. You can,
and it's all gridded out over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally.
And they put this new everything is side, like their whole thing is being bike accessible and like
walking,
any wheel sports. So the sidewalks that are right there are like cherry. You could cruise for days. Like they are just awesome. But just take that little road down and then you're there. And the reason I put it there is it might not look aesthetically pleasing, but I wanted to create a skate. The reason I did mobile too was to create a vessel, like someone there that's always there that they can rely on, a place where like a skate shop's gonna continue to grow, and not just like, I think it's terrible when a skate shop opens in a year and then closes it down. Like if you just keep having that over and over again, you're not creating that community, that that vessel where someone can rely on you. And
sure.
I wanted to create that for everyone.
I think we all know that we've had some, a bunch of shops close down in this area.
Yeah.
So many.
The rent, like
it's tough.
A lot of people don't know, but like skate shops don't make a crap ton of money. So having the rent like $4,000, like you're not doing anyone adjusted. Like you're not going to be able to hire anyone. You're not going to be able to get new products if you're putting $50,000 a year straight into just rent. I'd rather create something where I can hire some employees and create a culture and give have a real community instead of just, hey, look at me, I'm the coolest shop in downtown Bentonville paying $6,000.
Well, so did you, when you were doing the mobile shop, and how long were you mobile before it went from like the mobile shop to the brick and mortar?
Like a year and a half, I think.
Okay.
A year and a half.
Okay.
I did slow it down towards the end of 2023 summer because I was doing the shop. I didn't want to like order a bunch of inventory that probably wouldn't sell. That I wanted to save that money to put it into
the shop.
Some good
of course.
inventory. Yeah. Because I don't know if you know, but distributors do not like if you're mobile. They will not work with you.
No,
No. So I got shut. Like, I didn't know that. So I bought the van. I was like so fired up. I'm like, dope, I'm going to have like Death Wish.
I'm going direct, dude.
So sick. And
I
then
can go to any spot ever.
dude, I like started talking to him. Like, I was on the phone for an hour just pleading my case, and just like, they're like, dude, we just can't happen. I'm like, dude, we don't have this like a skate shop in Bentonville.
So like after a while, you started getting like the same story from a bunch of different distributors and reps.
Yep. So
kind of saying the same thing.
So then I was like, screw it, I'm going to these companies directly. So I called Thank You, and that's when I got Thank You and pizza.
Shout out, thank you.
Shout out, thank you.
That's why thank you.
Shout out Day One.
Jesse and
Shout out Tori, Jesse. Yep.
Yeah. So Jesse's Tori's brother. He's like does the behind the scenes. Like he like, you know, he's sending me emails. Tori's not sending me emails.
They're amazing, bro.
But yeah, Jesse,
cool.
he worked with me, and then they just saw the cool vibes, I guess, and just continued to work with us. And then Pizza worked directly, Snot Wheels, and Treehouse Distribution.
Yeah,
They worked.
Yeah.
Like I got a few things. I want to be able to carry like the Reds and stuff. Like I don't want to just be a van that just had a bunch of no-name stuff. I had to carry some stuff that was like people were interested in.
Yeah.
So good quality stuff. So I try to keep it like that.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely quality over quantity, and I think also like you know, like I always call skate shops like curations of skate brands, and I always think it's really cool what a shop chooses to represent and what they want to like put in the community. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally feel you.
And I mean, because there's so many brands to choose from. I mean, you know, even just like talking about Thank You or Snot, you know, like those are unique brands that not everybody talks about all the time. You know, so it's cool.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get in some different brands, some just educate people and like, hey, you know, this is out here and this is out here. If you, whatever, and it's the same like, I don't know, price point as like the other big brands too. Like, it's cool.
Well, and also you talked about, you know, Slappy. I mean, I know that they're not like big now, but
it's still cool.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
one of
like
the.
it's still something that you liked. Like, you know, I mean, you could have a whole Hesh shop if you were Hesh. You know,
But it's gonna be one of like the big truck brands. One,
totally.
You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna do the test of time.
Ace.
Good name.
I just see random Ace stickers
Ace,
around town
good,
on
fair
people's
point.
cars. I'm like,
fair point.
what? That kid does
How
Ace.
do you know
What are
about Ace?
what?
Yeah.
Dude, I got Ace.
Aces are fun.
Yeah, you reckon
That's
Ace?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not even hating, but
Ace.
I'm like some random person with Ace on their car. I've seen it several times, and I'm like,
No, that's just proof that
What?
like that
Probably my
actually.
car. I have an Ace sticker on my car.
It's Garrett's car
On the
everywhere.
back window.
your car's like purple.
He's got the
Red.
he's got the
Red.
dealer Ace
Yeah.
sticker on the back.
Authorized
The one
dealer.
they sent to me.
I'm
I
the
can-
dealer.
Manufacturing and everything. Dog.
That's great. Yeah.
He's got
coming
the
out my
dealer.
trunk, bro.
So, you're the Arkansas
People are
rep.
hitting you up.
Yeah, bro.
Like, why not, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's just go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'll corner
Self-appointed.
myself in.
Yep. We'll call him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him. Call him and tell him.
So you went to
don't need
school
to
in
tell 'em.
Bentonville?
Went school in Bentonville. I moved here in 5th grade from California. California, and then I spent like a half a year in Texas, and then moved here in 5th grade, and then I played college baseball for 5 years. So after high school, I graduated 2013. Went to California, Fullerton Junior College. Played there for 2 years. Went to Tech for a year, and then went to Greensboro, North Carolina for last 2 years.
That's
So-
a hefty amount.
Yeah, and then I played summer base, like, so college, like, you go after you play in the spring, you go play summer. So I played in Wyoming and Colorado. So I never had like
Sick.
summers
Jeez.
or whatever. But I was trying to make it to the league. But
It
putting it-
sounds
but
like
I'm
you
you're
here.
were-
I am.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
ain't
like
the
you're
league.
working.
So
But you're putting in work, yeah.
if I put so much effort into it growing up and like got to where I was, might as well give it everything I can. And I
Yes, sir.
got a degree on top of it. Couldn't tell you anything about it,
Right.
but yeah. So
Did it?
it just gave me the degree. All it did was just be like, hey, this guy's got a degree. He's somewhat reliable. Let's hire him, I guess.
That's true.
And then because 3D rendering, all that kind of stuff, I
Learned it later?
self-taught. Yeah.
So many people say that too. Like I learned after I got done with whatever school they did. Even people doing trades end up doing other stuff.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
because I started in the warehouse of that company, Champion Retail, just kidding, and then worked as like client service manager, and then kind of created my own positions where I thought like the business needed some like stuff that they didn't have, and like doing the videography, I did some videography, then built websites, just took all that like on my own, and then learned it, and then applied it.
Yeah, I think most of the things that you end up learning, like that are self-taught, are like you usually end up getting better at them.
Yeah, you're more passionate about it. It's
know.
like something you're like, whoa, I actually want to try this.
And you end up putting more time and effort into the craft.
Yeah,
and
you know,
pay attention more.
Yeah.
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 That's wild. It's such a interesting journey to go from like baseball to skateboarding.
Yeah. I grew up skated my whole life, but there's times where I couldn't skate because I couldn't be like, yo, coach,
Oh yeah, no.
broke my
I feel
arm.
you.
Hey, go find another center fielder because
Exactly.
I'm done.
Right.
I almost quit skating to play baseball in high school.
Really?
I'm glad you.
Yeah.
Glad you
Glad you went the other way.
Yeah.
Glad
I
you're
think,
skating.
I think I was like 16. I was like, Mom, I don't know what to do.
But yeah, it was different. I mean, like, yeah, and I did a lot of wakeboarding and snowboarding as well. So anything board sports, like I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we were talking about this side of the lake being the more glassy side.
Hub for the glass.
Yeah.
There's also Candy Cove. Might be a secret, but
No.
Candy Cove. If you pass a Rocky Branch, that first cove to the right, there's a ski course back there. And it's absolutely amazing.
Oh.
all good kayak spot too. You can kayak back there. It gets really, really narrow.
Really?
But yeah, there's like a ski course with the buoys. There's a lot of old head skiers back. No one really like slalom skis, I don't think anymore. But all the old heads, like you go up. You go back there like
doing the one
right
ski.
when the sun comes up. They're like ripping
Whoa.
the shit out of it, dude.
I
It's
would like
nuts.
to see. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty dope.
It's good. Yeah.
I would be into that. I would be into that.
Yeah, there's some hidden gems on Beaver Lake. But yeah, Candy Cove. Back there, Rocky Branch to the.
What first got you into skateboarding?
I don't know. 5 years old. Mom took me to skate shop. And
Saw some stuff.
Yeah, I grew up in Southern California, so that was like the thing, and loved it. Skated to school every day, and then first deck was a flip and venture trucks. That mic that I do use is from my first trucks.
Ooh,
Sweet.
that's
So that's cool. Yeah.
History.
Okay.
So
That's
what?
history.
I would say 2000 is when I got it. So it has like it's a venture truck with the USA on the bottom. It's pretty dope. But that's the truck I use for the what's your setup and why.
Sick.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Why not?
Man, that's that's like pulling your like heritage into this thing, and it being what's your setup and why, like it's fitting.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's fitting. Yeah.
And the what's your setup and why came about, like I was in my van just like I don't know, I talked to myself a lot in the
No,
van.
it's cool. I do that.
Like,
You're good. Yeah.
I don't know. I talked to myself, but I was just like, what can I do? Like some good content that'd be like really cool for the community. And then I was like, what's your setup?
Hell yeah.
And I just went to me and the homie. I was like, parked the van. I'm like, bro, what about this idea? Like, let's just do it. And then I interviewed him, and then didn't know what it looked like, and then just played with the editing a little bit, and then came to what it was. Trying to streamline a pretty easy editing so I can do a lot of them because I don't know, editing gets complex.
Do you remember who the first one was?
Yeah. Who was it?
Jake Edwards, I think.
Who's that?
Shout out Beans.
Dude, okay.
Beansy. Jake.
Beans? Oh, sorry, Beans.
You know Beans. Jake.
Yeah.
He's like,
I didn't know his real name.
I don't know if he likes me
I swear
calling
to
him.
God.
Beans is very close name, so he hates it. He hates it, but
He's Beans, bro.
He's Beans to me.
Most nicknames are like that. You
might be in
just
chat
gonna
right
get
now.
stuck with it. You
Man,
get
I
stuck with
can't
it.
tell who's.
Can't tell who's in the
what. I
chat.
suck at
Is
this.
my mama
I
in here?
suck at this.
Well, I can see the chat, and there's a few people. We got the Ripple and Bikes Bruce Base Camp saying what up.
Appreciate them.
Says people are watching, but I don't know how to tell who's watching.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you really can't.
I'm gonna start tagging people.
But yeah, so
Just tell people to comment their names. See
Tell
happens.
me
your
Who's there?
name.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's fine.
Oh well.
So yeah, you got the shop open,
Mm-hmm.
and the park's coming soon, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we know when.
I
Still a
check
year though.
Yeah, I check every day, and
I figured you would.
All I see is dirt. They just dropped a bunch of dirt 4 months ago, and then the dirt hasn't.
Come on, Arkansas.
Yeah,
Get
it
together.
is something where they want to
Together.
they're
Get
needing to
together.
do more of the whole park before they really because they originally were gonna just do the park
Yeah.
down in the bottom and then
Go.
the rest, but I think they're having to do more dirt work and stuff around the whole place before they start on it.
I've heard from an insider that they're going to be starting the whole entire park, not just the skate park in the summer. So
So maybe it won't take as long to finish.
We were told
That
that
place is
the
going to
park.
be massive.
Yeah, we
bro.
were told the park was the first thing going to be done, or first thing started. So I'm hoping that they really like if they're going to start the whole park, that they do that first.
They just need to build those ramps smooth and even.
Oh, they will.
So,
It's-
man,
it's California
there's-
skate park,
they're-
so
they've
like
been
they're
saying
gonna
it.
slay
well,
it,
and
dude.
Bentonville's already trying to get people to schedule events and come there. Like I don't. Certain,
getting like some big time, like some bidding on some big time
Some
companies
events
yeah,
to, do,
to come
and
through. I mean,
Oh, cool.
it wouldn't be
Cool.
anything. I don't think we would skate in. I think it would just be
Well,
like a stop for a pro series.
Yeah, I
or
think it would be
something.
cool if they
That would be
implemented
so
like
sick.
did a day of
Why
pro
not?
series and then
Sponsored
did a
by
day, a second day
Why
of
not?
amateurs. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I,
bro.
yeah.
And keep that same.
well, I
vibe,
would think
that
Walmart
same
would
that they
sponsor it
had.
if it came to town. They're going to sponsor
Exactly.
all the crap
All
around
it is
Oh,
a
yeah.
pitch,
and they're going
Walmart,
to jump
I'm
in
pitching
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we got the people behind it. I mean the park design meeting, we had like 200 people come up, so people wanted
People are
Yes.
generally interested in it.
That was a that meeting was really it was a ton of people.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of
It set-
overwhelming.
it's-
I
you
think
know?
Bentonville was
Yeah.
kind of hoping for that, and
Yeah.
I think they were surprised at as many that came out.
It was
Mhm.
it was really cool
Because
to
it was
see.
like a bunch
Mhm.
of people from all reaches of NWA, like all the way to the south, and
yeah, I
almost
think
every
it's gonna
town.
pull in a lot of some big people.
Yeah. Well, I know. I don't know what capacity he's involved, but I know Greg Lutzka is somehow connected with
He's
Walmart.
been in
That's
town.
cool. I met him like
He did that.
right in
he
front
did
of
that
your
jam.
shop.
He did
Yeah.
that jam. Not like it was like.
I don't know about
oh,
a jam.
Or
Yeah.
oh no, you just like met him out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
yeah, he
doing
did
some,
something
like-
for him. He came and showed up for
He
him.
was doing an
Walmart thing?
instructional,
The Walmart.
Yeah.
an instructional demo, and I talked to him. I was like, bro, I was like, let me do
Yeah,
it.
what are you doing? Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Teach me.
Dude, what's funny is I was skating behind his tent, and some guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, Greg," and I was like, "Nah, bro, it's Garrett."
yeah.
Garrett. Yeah, sorry,
Greg
bro.
here.
Yeah, felt
That's
cool
great.
for a second.
Yeah, you were pro for a second,
Yeah,
right?
so,
Right
yeah,
then.
30 seconds
You-
ish. Dude, I had the gleam in my eyes. I was like,
You're like-
what do I say to him? I was like,
You should have said no autographs, dude.
yeah, bro. No, I would have signed it. Would have signed
just
it like
take it, you're like-
backwards. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Well, what's crazy too is like there's people that are coming here from California. Like a guy came into the shop. Like I posted a video about it. It's that Dennis Martinez complete.
Oh
But
yeah.
this guy named Jim.
That was wild. I watched that,
yeah.
dude.
This guy
I want
Jim
that.
comes into the shop and he's like, "Hey, do you do donations, giveaways?" Of course we do. And then he's like, "All right, go into my car." And then he brings in that complete signed by Dennis, and he's like, "Hey, you know." Like I was like, yeah, that's insane. I'll give it away.
Whatever you want to do,
Right,
sir.
right.
So like
you go,
whatever, but what's cool about it is he's friends with Dennis. Dennis is homies with Tony Hawk. That guy Jim
Bro,
is
get me
here
in there.
mountain biking, but just like the culture of people that know
Like how it got connected.
that they know
Yeah.
that are here that are not
Yeah.
even skate related, but they're
But
home-
is.
but is
Right.
and
Yeah.
knows Tony and Dennis and all them, but are here for a
Tony's
completely
been here?
different reason. Yeah,
Who signed it?
Dennis Martinez. He's
I
a,
don't think
like
old-
he's in the
old
skate
school,
skate
man.
hall of
Old
famer.
pro,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's an old pro.
Yeah.
And I looked at the deck and I was like, man, if I enter that and I win that, I want to skate it. But it's got dude's signature on there because it was
can't.
it was
Yeah.
a sick setup,
It
man.
is.
It
It
was.
has like Bear Trucks.
Yeah, man, big fatties.
Yeah, 180s, and then
That's what I'm saying.
Powell
dude. It looked
wheels.
dope.
Yeah.
Wait, is that
It
an
looked
original setup or like reissue?
I'm sure it's all reissue
It's-
stuff,
yeah.
but it's
still the
it's-
same weight.
yeah. I mean, you're not gonna go
still pretty dope.
like what shop you gonna find that and
Yeah.
set up that type of
Yeah.
deck? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then signed
That is true.
by
and then
him
get
too.
him to sign it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
something he probably had access to.
Who
Yeah.
gave it
Mhm.
to you?
this guy named Jim.
Shout
Thanks,
out
Jim.
Yeah.
I
Killing
love
it,
you,
Jim.
Jim. Yeah. He
It was a beautiful piece.
it was funny because
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I saw some skater. I was gonna give it to some skaters at the neighborhood market downtown. Yeah, they're like whatever, and they're like. They had a bunch of trash over in the corner, and I like kind of like told him to pick it up, but like as a good gesture for like someone in the community to see a skater going to pick up some trash, like it's kind of unseen, like
Sure.
the people's perspectives of
So
skaters,
unseen.
like oh these guys are just whatever. But if you see like a skater picking up some trash in the community without someone telling them, like wow, that's like a good like you're going up in their books.
It is hard to get it done and not tell them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
but-
get the gesture.
So they're like, yeah, they're asking like, he was asking about like, oh, what shop, you know, like, oh, and they said get real, and then it was funny because when I posted the video in the comments, like, that's the old man that was telling us to pick up trash. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
See what you
that was the
caused by
guy.
picking up trash,
Yeah.
dude.
That's so sick.
That's
bro.
great.
it's funny.
That's good to hear. Well, yeah, I mean, it's good to hear that there are, people out there that are like looking at Northwest Arkansas as a place that, there's going to be some activity, some flow, some new breath into skateboarding.
We need it around here.
But it's Bentonville,
I
man.
know.
It's people are just like you said. The dudes from Cali probably out of nowhere. People are just coming into this place
Walking
like
in. It's gonna be. It's like the mecca for actions. It's gonna be a hub for. It's gonna big action sports. I think.
Yeah.
Especially mountain biking, like it is. I live downtown Bentonville, and the amount of mountain biking stuff going on there is crazy.
What were we talking about? They're talking about shutting down the square area to cars.
Yeah, I think that they're.
They're
going to close. My brother works for the chamber.
They're going to do one of the roads right now.
One of those roads, shut it down. And
if they do that, then they better not care if I skate anything.
They shouldn't.
I actually think there's probably going to be more skate spots.
Yeah,
dude. Based on it's going to be more like plaza-like.
Yeah,
so
because they'll want people in there.
Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna kick them out. Like, I gotta film real quick.
Honestly,
be out in 45.
If you think about the Springdale development, like they've actually been very chill about people's street skating.
Yeah, it instantly got skated, and then it wasn't like a fight. It was like, okay.
And I'll go up there by myself with my tripod.
And Springdale's always had that underground plaza spot. It's been there since the 90s,
and the cops never say anything about it.
We've always been able to skate it, and except they put bars over it at one point. But then they put more stuff out there. It was like, whoa.
When the bars were there, you could still skate it.
Yeah, you could open them like doors. And it's so weird.
It's strange.
And now the bike park the bike trail is like right
there.
So sick.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot more of that too.
But I guess, like what I was saying is like, I don't know if Bentonville's going to do the same thing where they're going to be so lax about like street skating.
Yeah.
They got a lot more art they're going to put on their trails, I bet.
Hey, if we do the Team Pain skate art, like that's what should happen in
that park?
Downtown Bentonville Square. Called it
T-Pain.
Team Pain.
Team Pain.
Team Pain. Yeah. T-Pain should also come and do a show while Team Pain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think this could work out. We'll have some drifting around the square.
Yeah, bro.
While they're the skate Team Pain's doing the skate art on the square.
There we go.
I think we got this.
I think we did.
But yeah, dude, the skate art, they have a section on their website kind of devoted to skate art.
Side obstacles.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be dope to have like that on the Greenway trails, just like random.
Yeah, we've talked about
some
of our friends have really hit Fayetteville up about it. Yeah. Like, look, we have a lot of flat areas, places where we should just whatever it is, a dragon tail or a hip or a something off the side.
Bro, you know how many knocked out bikers you see?
But I know, right? They would all try it. I talked about, but we also talked about around town. They got some bike jumps that you can die on, right? But you don't want us to have a hip. But you're right. Some kid's gonna be falling through.
Both is true. Both is true, bro.
Well,
I mean, if you don't think you can't do it, why do it?
Well, I mean,
and they're not responsible for it.
It's skate at your own risk, and I think that's one of the things that
like be a sign.
Mountain biking is actually kind of has that similar.
Yeah,
thing
they never listened to us about it, but now that mountain biking's here, that's basically
that's exactly what
it
is.
So now it's like, dude, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard that one. Brad.
You ain't Southern.
Brad's got a few.
Damn,
Brad's got a few.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, if they got there's like some 20-foot drops out there somewhere easily.
Yeah, I mean
some stuff up at Centennial is like super scary.
Yeah, well, I mean even there's a Drop the Hammer at Kohler. Shout out Kohler. Mm-hmm. They had somebody wreck on.
Yeah, that girl got hit. Oh my gosh, it looked pretty bad.
It was rough.
It looked scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the Kohler with it's like at the you bike up and then it's like a 3 hub up there and it's like you can go either direction and then I went on the one with the cliff thing, but I went to the cliff part like, I'm going back to the hub part.
Smart man Jimmy.
Yeah, it's intimidating, but it's like it's doable.
Yeah.
But you have to know how
you got to just do it. It's weird.
Okay, so I always
it's hard to say.
It's like if you rode your bike as a kid, you've done this where you like rode up to a grassy hill, but you kind of like sent it just a little bit further, and so you kind of floated and then landed down, right? Yeah. It's like as if you did that.
Yeah.
But you just deleted where you gapped.
Yeah.
So there's nothing there.
Just ride it.
So it's like
Totally foreign. Don't
Yeah,
get it.
It's like when the front wheel dips off first, and you're like,
well, that's what she did. That's
Oh,
exactly what she did.
scared.
So the drop, I mean, like she went up to that drop, and then just like the front tire dipped, and it was just.
it's like when
End
you're
over.
jumping
Yeah.
downstairs and you let that truck drop.
Oh,
right before
bro.
you're like,
Yeah,
"What?"
okay. I see that.
Yeah.
Feel that.
Do they have like pretty easy emergency access up there, or
So
they bike into?
They do, and there's the
Some spots.
Bentonville Fire Department has like a mobile unit that's a side by side.
Okay.
And they have a mountain bike rack on it too, so they can actually like have a medic like mountain bike to.
Yeah.
Be sick to
Somebody-
bring you down on like
like a
the
ski patrol,
It's
like a
pretty
ski
sick to
bag.
bring you on like the mountain bike, like
Oh, like on
gurney in the back, and they're going around the berms with you. And you're like,
That'd be a
like
sick
bobsled.
job.
Yeah, we know some dudes that do it. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty serious. It's a pretty
Dang, bro.
serious thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, skate parks don't have that.
No.
They got your homie pushing you to
Got
your
the homie,
car while you sit down. On
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everybody there is like, oh, dude, let me just.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like-
but you know, if you're at the park and you're like, I gotta call the ambulance, all the homies are gonna be like, what?
The only time
You're not walking
Get
there,
in the
dog?
car, dude. Get in the car.
I
It's about
think-
ambulance.
Yeah, I think the only time you're in the clear is if you're at a local fest event because you got Jose there because he's a fire.
Yeah,
there
he's
you go.
on it.
That's
He's got his
very
bag.
true.
On it
That's
right
very
there.
true.
He's got a bag for
Because
sure.
Tom took a nasty spill at the 2 years ago, I think, at the
Moment.
the Halloween one.
Yeah.
And Jose was on the scene.
Bopped his
Oh,
head.
that's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually that's a pro to having somebody like Jose on site. You know, he can like
Fire.
take care of it like
Yeah,
right then.
for
you
sure.
know? That's cool.
But yeah.
That's super cool. Dude, yeah. Back to the shop, dude.
Any future plans? What do you think?
Future plans for like the shop?
Yeah.
Just continue to grow the inventory and get some. Well, I got Garrett. He just became team rider. I kind of wanted to keep it on the. Yeah. He's got the team shirt on.
Team shirt.
Had those printed today.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
at the
Oh, they're
pla-
fresh.
Hot off the press.
At Bigley, where Garrett's working at.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Garrett just got a
Yeah,
job at
gotcha.
Bigley. Dope. So,
Been getting migraines at work. Sorry, guys.
but
No, it's good. You live down there. It's right there.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's so
tight.
close.
And
So-
that company's growing. That's
Yeah,
cool,
Pretty
man.
dope.
Huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to getting team riders, creating like when I went to play college baseball and you got a scholarship or whatever, you get like a care package. You get the backpack, you get the shirts, the hoodies, that kind of stuff. I want to implement that same thing for our team riders as like, it's not like not everyone can be a Get Real team rider, and it's like something special like to work up for.
Yeah.
That kind of like create that type of culture and like, you know,
Big old smiles, bro.
Yeah. Kind of
And
reminds me
so-
of like having like the gold jacket or something, like the
Yeah.
green
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
Like a golf,
Yeah, but you
know?
want also. It's like you want to be wearing what you're riding.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
know?
it's a celebration. It's a big deal, I think. And like when you become a
deal.
pro skater, like you know, you see someone become pro, it's a huge ordeal. They have like 100 decks laid, and everyone's holding that pro deck.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then exposure and like posting it on social media and being like, "Hey, look what this is.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
what's happening."
But I haven't announced it yet because it's not. It's official that he is, but I haven't made it like I haven't done the whole
Yeah.
like I want to have like a surprise party and
Classic.
like get all the.
Well, you can't
backpacks.
surprise him anymore, but
I sort of said, I'm not even surprised. That's not a bad
No,
thing.
I could be
it'll
like-
just be at work.
Oh, yeah?
I'll walk into it at work and be like, "Oh shit."
yeah, at least it'll be a surprise to you.
Yeah.
when it
Like,
happens.
oh, I forgot. That's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
dude.
Forgot I'm
Well,
cool
Well,
now.
speaking on that, I do. Hang on, I got these. Oh, it is weird
Oh,
when
yeah.
you take off your.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you get out of the world. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa, I was in a world.
Yeah. You're VR streaming right now.
Totally.
Alright.
Yeah, you're in VR
I'm
world.
back. I did
You're
bring
in Gnar
you
world.
guys some Get Real.
Oh,
it's getting
yeah,
real, it's getting
appreciate it,
real.
Yeah.
XLs. I didn't know your
Let's
sizes.
see.
but,
Yo, appreciate it.
yeah.
Oh, I can always trade down.
That's tight.
Dude,
But just a
cut a crop
simple,
top.
Oh, you
simple
got that.
box
yeah,
in
yeah.
the front.
Oh, I love it. Yep.
So far, bro. I
And
love
that
the
color is like your color, right?
Yeah,
Like the
the
brand
logo,
color. Yeah.
And then the logo was
Next level.
designed by. I had someone design the logo or created a custom font. I wanted a custom font more than a logo.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
So
nice.
this is a custom
that font,
here?
yeah, that font wasn't ripped off any like Adobe
Oh.
stock. It was
Oh,
actually
interesting.
customly made
Yeah.
Because we
and many
We
revisions.
deal with fonts all the time. We talk about it
Oh,
in different
yeah,
fonts.
well, I
and
mean,
it's like, so
yeah,
crazy.
there's I mean I do graphic design myself, and there's people out there will egregiously use fonts and not really think about how they're using it.
Yeah.
And like You know, I mean, there's not, you know, just word to the wise, there's free fonts out there that are like marked and flagged as free for use, and play with that stuff. You know, don't if somebody's charging for a font, don't rip it off. Like I just, you know, it's real talk.
And if you do get the font, like I mean, I deal with so many fonts like these, like Sony and
exactly.
I have to keep that all to myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, those fonts are
It's
pretty
crazy
but,
how many fonts there are.
And different, like in their brand book of like, use this font with this or use
they have
this
multiple.
Oh man, I just have a heyday with that. But like when you do get a font, if you do buy one, they do give you some stipulations where you can and can't use this, or if you do use it at this certain thing, you have to give credit or put something. So
that's right.
I think people overlook that, like, oh, I just got the font. Well, no, you didn't. You got to do some extra stuff with it.
Yeah, because I mean, there's different licensing stages that you can choose if you're like going to use it for X or use it for something. Like if you're going to use it for like a logo that was going to be a part of your brand, and you're like a multi-million-dollar brand, it's going to be a totally different licensing deal than if you're just like some kid using it for your college project. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
so,
for sure.
I'm stoked you have your own. Yeah, I know people. Some people
cool.
don't realize that. That's
Yeah.
sick, man.
The whole thing going into was like how I wanted to create a logo, or I didn't want to create like a figure or like a dragon or like, you know, something, whatever.
No
I just wanted to like maybe some aliens and pyramids.
There we go. There we go.
We got it in there.
Bring it back.
There we go. But yeah, I just wanted to create a font that stuck out, that screamed kind of like action sport brand, like a Nike, like I don't know, not Nike, like a Union snowboarding, Capita snowboarding.
Oh yeah,
those type of like they play on the font more than just like the actual like
it's
character.
Like, it's
right.
Yeah, it's like
whatever character
the font like says something. You know, like and I think that with that it's like it is bold.
the design.
You're right, it's kind of like action sport, like
it's not this.
It
not
feels
like,
rigid.
it's not a swoop. It's not a
you know?
crown. It's a
It just made it like that to where you kind of like you can relate it to that action sport without it saying like, hey, I'm an action sport. Like it doesn't say like Get Real Boardshop. It just says Get Real.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be just Get Real.
I think that's one of the best parts about it is that it feels very universal, and it doesn't feel like it's like locked into like one thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that was also how I did it because, like when I first started video editing, I did like Get Real Gaming, and I would make gaming.
Oh,
edits.
for sure.
So it would look cool, like Get Real Gaming, Get Real Fishing, Get
Let's
Real.
look that up.
Yeah, it worked for all of
like
it.
it works for all of it,
Then
and
you're like,
pull it up.
why do I need even to do that? Just do Get Real.
Get Real.
Yeah.
And then so I was like Get Real, and then if it does play into other avenues down the road, where
that's cool.
I love fishing. I'm a big fisher. Bass fishing. But everyone who skates, they have their other hobbies other than it's like video games. Fishing,
absolutely.
Huge fishing scene.
Yeah.
Like hunting, whatever. Depends on where you're at. But
you don't do nothing else.
Not Garrett.
I don't do nothing else.
I got more
go to
hobbies
work.
I want to start, but I don't have time. You know,
bro.
it's like, damn.
I just get clips. That's all I do.
No, yeah, and I mean, like, you're right, Garrett. Like, there's only so much time in the day, like, to like you know, if you're gonna get
Who
clips,
has time for fun, bro?
you gotta get clips.
Yeah, bro.
if you're
Gotta
getting
get
clips,
clips.
it's a whole different
Yeah,
ballgame,
bro.
Well, dude, and that's that's one thing we've talked about a couple of different times, like you guys getting clips together. Like that is some of the best clips that are, like, I would say, like that are around
In Arkansas.
Appreciate that.
For sure.
dude. Yeah, like legit, they really are some of the best. Like
Jimmy's
shots.
the best.
But you're not actually like filming. Are you filming a full part ever, or is like is everything like social media usage?
Or we'll use it here, we'll use it there.
Yeah. So I film. So I don't film vertical. I have a Ninja 5, whatever, like monitor on top of my camera.
Yeah.
But I section it.
I've seen
you
that.
can put like a vertical frame.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
Like a mask.
like a mask.
Yeah.
But it still records the full width. So if you ever wanted to use that for a
So
full
you're
part,
so you're filming full sensor, but you're only you're just you have a virtual.
Yeah,
so I can keep
crop,
virtual crop, so I can keep Garrett or whoever in dead center, because if you don't, then you're in the editor dragging.
It's
it's
worst.
a nightmare.
We're in a day and
It's
age.
the worst.
You're keyframing.
or you're keyframing.
Every
We're in a
second.
day and age where things need to be posted ASAP.
So so I do it that way and make a little adjustments when I need to. I shoot 4K, 60 frames, 120. Just I don't know. I use FX3, so if I shoot 120, I need like I'm not the amount of data that goes. I shoot pretty high settings anyways. I don't just go the basic. It just like the files are so big. There's no need to shoot 120 when you're posting on Instagram because it does. Yeah. You're not when you post to Instagram. When you post,
no, bro, he's argued this with me so many times. When you post it, I promise you, you're wrong. You're wrong, bro.
But yeah, when you post to 4K,
it's real talk.
Post to Instagram, like it's not uploading at 4K. It's downgrading it.
It is.
It downgrades it every time. Pretty much.
So it whatever. But and I
mean, there will be a day when that changes.
Definitely.
But I mean, right now, I just don't think like the internet bandwidth, like the global internet bandwidth that we have, it can't support everybody pushing 4K videos
4K
up and down,
up and down. Ridiculous. And then also like the reason I do so many clips and like he does so many bangers and we film so many of those and post them on Instagram and not save them as let's say full length parts is because if you do like when you do post a full length, it's meaningful. Like a lot of like time and effort into editing and all that stuff. But you may post it and get like
I have a point I want to add in.
Like 100 views, right?
Yeah.
But I post a video of Garrett and it gets 10K. So I would rather. Well, he would rather have 10,000 people see him
for sure
than maybe 100. And it's now he has a full like portfolio of all these clips that he could give to he could give to whatever
as just watch this clip, this clip,
and
like
it's
scroll through
more
it.
like
There's
management,
so many.
more like trick management or like
instead of like, hey, watch this 4-minute part.
Well, so
kind of
both.
That's long,
bro.
You could look at my Instagram as different, like the different posts be like, this is a part, this is a part, this is a part, this is a part, this is a part.
Are you saying like sections would be like
I don't edit it that way.
But technically you're saying you could splice it together and make it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he asked me that all the time. Like, why don't you do that? I'm like, well,
it's already there.
Yeah,
it's already there.
Just scroll it. But at the same time, why don't I do that?
Well, and I mean, like, I'm gonna be the advocate for this because it's my filming style. I come from like old skate videos.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the way here, like the full length versus social media. I have it in my notes, dude. I swear to
God. So I love it. We should touch on this. So, I remember old skate videos like it's like imprinted in my brain.
Very
things
meaningful.
like
Baker 3, Stay Gold.
3.
Yeah, bro.
I go further back to like things like Manic Mahdi or Fulfill the Dream.
Yeah.
And those were like iconic and like one of my favorites, like I do this, I'm so guilty of this. There's a Spotify playlist, skate video songs.
No way. Dude, I had
Dallas,
no
the homie
idea.
Dallas has a ton of list of those.
It's so good. It's so good.
I just looked the songs up.
Dallas will play like lists of it, and they'll sit around and be like, "Oh, this is from this video," and then they'll reminisce. And
so when you like hear the song, kind of like a visual playing in your head.
Yes,
the
part will play to you when you're watching the song. Like, dude, there's some like stuff like watching like Mark Johnson. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Like there are some songs and I hear them.
I already know what you're saying, bro. Yeah.
Like that. I'm watching the video in my head.
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly
so I feel like
my whole point of my Instagram too, because I post like a certain amount of like, say I'll mix up 3 songs,
but like the songs are important.
Yeah, because whenever I chop it up, it's not gonna sound the same when they listen to it, the original song, and they'll be like, oh, now I'm thinking of Garrett's post. Oh, now I'm thinking of that song. That sounds better. I want to listen to that. I want to watch
that is a fair point.
And what I was gonna say earlier is like the whole like I don't want to say gatekeeping, but like keeping your clips to yourself for so long. I'm always trying to outdo myself every day. Like, so if I post something that outdoes me, well, if I post something today and then I leave today and go do something that outdoes that today, why should I wait and then outdo myself consistently while people are waiting, and then when I post it, I'm already 3 times better, and they don't know that.
Yeah, and that's actually a problem that happened to pros back in the day, where they would stockpile a lot of footage
for so long,
and then they were like,
and
hey, I don't want to use that clip because my kickflip in this other one was better, and it's basically the same thing.
Exactly.
And so that clip is gone,
it's not worth it.
And then you don't
extra work and everything.
Then there's B-roll, and then there's
you can make it into B-roll into like extended clips.
Have you ever seen parts and it's like, man, this just isn't this guy anymore. It's like, this is bad. It's probably all just throwaway stuff.
He's better, or he skates different, or his style is different. I kind of think
Could
about
be Hurt too, trying to get clips.
Random throwaway clips. Yeah, might as well just post that on Instagram.
I still think, like you said, for anybody am or online, what you're talking about, it's better. But maybe if you're a pro and you have to do stuff for shoe and board sponsors,
definitely,
you probably want to sit on.
I think
maybe a run or two,
If you're a skateboarder and you post on Instagram, or you're posting anything, you need to be posting it like every day. I'm messing up by not posting every day, just because like I don't even have.
Did you post today?
No, dude. But like, I've just been running into mishaps, and that plays into how much he helps me, bro. Like whenever I
getting clips and stuff.
Well, no, when I didn't have a camera, this man gave me his camera. And
like film it.
I gave him my extra camera.
Yeah, whenever we're leaving, he's gonna help me get a laptop so I can edit these clips.
We're gonna go get him a laptop after this.
Today,
the last place I went to go edit my clips was the Fayetteville Public Library.
Oh, yes, bro, man, it's a great place. Love that place.
That audiovisual lab caught on fire, and I couldn't edit my clips.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, part of they shut down Fayetteville Public Library for a little bit. Man, me and the kid will go there all the time. And they're supposed to go on a field trip soon. So, but part of one of the build, like you said, it burned.
I just want to touch on
that's crazy.
How helpful Jimmy has been, not only to just like my skating, but that translates onto his Instagram too, with like trying to just show off everybody, because it's not like he's like, oh, look how good only Garrett is. Like I'm never on his Instagram. Like he's very focused on doing it for everybody. I've never really seen that many people do that, and just like. I don't want to say take praise like and put it towards other people.
You're talking about like showcasing more skaters.
Jack has so many views on that video, and it's like, bro, like that's probably sick. Feels so good, bro. Like
I do it all for free. I don't like, I also created the Get Real, like it's not about me, it's about everyone else. I think some skate shops open, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm this owner of this, watch me at the skate park. Dude, I'm not the greatest skater, but I try to, like, I have the skills to do video. I can crank out videos pretty flipping quick. And so that's I got good at that. So I like, dude, why not? Like, if you want to get filmed and you want some clips, like mine, I'm cool with, like, let's do it.
Exactly.
And
that's great.
Y'all just need to have the work ethic, bro. Just come through with it, bro, and have the trick in mind. Work. Be like, Jimmy, I want to film this, and be like,
and then show up somewhere.
Yeah, bro. When am I not busy?
Show
when
up
can
somewhere
we
and do it.
And like, it's cool too, because I had an example. I don't think you'll care if I say his name. Finn. Everyone knows Finn.
Yeah.
Woo! Little Ripper.
Shout out.
Yeah, his dad came up to me and was like, that was really cool. I think I did a mic'd up with him, and whatever, just typical stuff, like mic'd up, whatever. And then he was like, that's really cool because his grandparents got to see it. And so it was like, it was a cool, like, high production kind of video, and his grandparents got to, like,
make me cry.
They're not from here, I'm assuming, or whatever.
Yeah,
but they got to, like, relate and get to see Finn doing what he loves to do. And, like,
for sure,
I think that's
pretty sweet.
That means a lot more to me than, like, oh, cool, that video got, like, 1,000 views.
Exactly.
Like, screw that. I don't care.
It got one important view.
I got one important. If I can touch one important, like, if I can touch one person or help someone out in one day, like, one person, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, dude, it's so hard to I want to be the first to say that it's so hard to get edited clips out the door super fast.
It is.
Yeah, bro.
It really is, and I'm super guilty of holding on to clips far too long. And so, Garrett, dude, if I filmed you, you would hate me, bro. You would hate me.
I'd be like, bro, dude, I do Jimmy like that so bad. It'll be 12 hours later. I'm like, bro, I gotta see it, bro. I gotta post it tomorrow.
Yeah, is it ready?
11 a.m. Come on, dude.
That's what I always do
with
kids that use the old camcorders, that love to do it. I'll be like, that footage will be ready in the morning, right? Right? That's super slow stuff. No, I'm always like, it'll be ready tomorrow, right? Yeah. Just send it to me, dude. My
girlfriend has, she's awesome. She lets me just get on the couch and just crank out videos.
Shout out to awesome girlfriend.
Yeah, Bailey. Shout out Bailey.
Wives. Yep.
And if you're a girl watching this, she has a salon in Fayetteville. So if you enjoy her,
Shout out.
I'm plugging everyone.
Plug it.
Dude, shout out, thank you. Also, this man helped me get on shop floor for thank you. So it's not even like just past the internet BS, you know, bro. Like we're really trying to do it out here. You know?
More stuff than just like shop.
Yeah.
And
shop
it's
only.
not like he wasn't like, no, bro, I'm not gonna email them. He's like, how can we do this like correctly?
I literally sent like emails like I was like a recruiting firm.
Yeah, bro.
To like, I'm like back in my baseball days. Like, this is Jimmy Short with Get Real.
Doggy.
I have a team rider. He's very skilled. Blah blah blah.
Throwing the lingo on
Yeah,
us.
right.
Like really trying like a paragraph, and then I get like, yeah, dude, that's dope. Like, and I really didn't mean to make that email that formal because the response be like, yeah, man,
that's
sick.
dope.
Yeah,
Sick.
that's dope.
Yeah.
We'll get this guy some decks. I'm like, all right, I didn't need to be like that formal with it, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, the skate industry
goes a long way.
They're like, damn, dude, okay.
Yeah.
People see that, be like, oh, whoa.
I get a little too. I mean, I work with a lot of buyers and higher up people at Walmart,
Yeah.
so I have to be pretty sound with my email. Yeah.
Been
It's
there.
him.
Yeah.
And then
I'd be like, hey, bro, I need boards.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I make a thank you order, they send like 2 decks for free for Garrett in his size. So
Oh, sick.
if you want to like
Great.
buy some
Please.
thank you decks,
Yeah.
keep the inventory going with thank yous, then it helps him out and get him some free decks.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm out here risking it all, bro.
Yeah.
Now that I can skate in whatever weather. I can do whatever trick. Like I
Yeah.
don't have to hold myself back. My board won't break.
Well,
Just
and I
chilling.
mean too, like you're getting some you know, connecting
Dude, Day
to some
One
real
song
skaters. Like
followed
those
me.
are
Sick.
Day one
Yeah.
followed him. Tori's like all in the
Man,
chats. Like
it's I really always say it seems so big, but industry really is smaller than it seems to me because
Hop and skip away for most people.
there's
bro.
sections of it, of course, but core wise, I just feel like it's closer. It's
I mean,
It's
we're at when we're at the Red Bull event, Neen was flipping bergs for everyone. So I'm like,
the
That
best
dude's a
burgers
beast.
ever,
dude,
bro.
I had my skateboard right next to the grill, and I was like, dude, why is my board so greasy? And I'm like, oh, I got Neen juice all over it.
Dude, I follow
got
him,
ju-
and
he got
his
juiced.
workouts he does.
Dude,
holy
yeah.
cow, man, that dude is
He's with
he's
it, bro.
he's juiced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
You know, he's juiced.
He does do the creatine. I seen that the other day. He was hitting that creatine. I was like, I don't really hit
I don't know
creatine,
what
but
that is.
You're not on the creatine, Brad?
no,
Come on, dude.
no, I'm all natural, dude.
It's just
I like my animal proteins and my fruits and
Is
veggies.
creatine bad for you?
No, but
it's like water weight.
maybe
if
for
you
my
stop-
old ass, but
If you stop, you'll definitely like lose weight from
yeah,
it.
yeah, you can. But you bulk up a lot more on
Yeah.
that.
Dude, you see these bones?
And I'm
bro?
trying to be lean.
Yeah,
son.
I'm trying.
You
to
look good.
I'm trying to get cut up, bro.
I try.
I do like that Gnarkansas shirt, that colorway.
Yeah.
Is it like a bone or tan? Like
Yeah,
It's like
it's cream.
Cream, baby.
Cream.
I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is-
We
And,
did
and it's your fave, dude. You got the.
oh, dude.
Ah, that is sick, bro.
Some guy came in and brought in 2 of those Kingfisher.
Yeah, Dex.
Yeah.
Drew.
The newest graphic popsicle shape and then the cruiser shape.
Oh, rad.
And then he had me set up 2 with the grip 2, had the trout on it. It looks so dope.
Dude,
So dope. But he had me set up 2 and he gave one of to a tattoo artist, a street tattoo artist named Tristan. Another shout out.
Wow.
He's
Fire
a
artist.
really great artist.
So
great guy.
yeah, I
too.
thought I saw you had some of those in there. Yeah, that dude's he's awesome. He does
Yeah.
that stuff in Russellville and
Yeah.
just dying to spread the
Yeah.
game, man. I'm telling
They're
you.
sweet.
yeah.
And
That's cool.
were they clutch? You guys got?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Y'all got him.
Should be.
I think
Remember
they're
the
clutch.
cruisers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
for
sorry.
sure.
For sure.
Shout
So,
out.
so
thank you.
did you end up getting some of those in the shop or?
No,
Okay.
I'd love to meet or get in contact.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I'm pretty sure you can just shout out to DrewLR
Yeah.
on Instagram.
You follow him on
He'll
the gram?
connect it. He'll connect
do
it.
not. I'll
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely need to.
DrewLR, DrewLR.
True LR.
Yeah. 'Cause a lot of the times I'm not like.
He's Arkansan.
Yeah.
He's Arkansas.
When I
You
get
can
on.
just holler.
Just holler
Yeah,
at
it
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot me some of these because
Yeah.
like, when I get on my page, I use it more as a tool instead of just like I don't know, just using it for like
Yeah.
Doom
browsing.
scrolling.
Post and
Yeah.
get off. Post and get
Well,
off.
no,
post and get off.
I think using like Instagram is great now because it's actually like it's finally got to this point where like we really connect with people,
Mhm.
and I mean like I've connected with a lot of skateboard industry people just over like
it's weird.
hitting
It's
them up on
amazing,
Instagram.
It's like another way to like like
Yeah.
you said, like, oh, I can talk to them this way even if I don't have their phone number. It's
Yeah.
like crazy. People hit
It's a
you
net-
up
network.
and
I
are
remember-
open to talk on Instagram.
I remember when I was like 10 years old, I sent America. I think I talked about this last time. I sent America like a shirt design in the mail. Like, imagine still doing that, sending mail letters. Like, hey, I think this would be cool.
If they did, it would be more stoked. Like they're like, I got mail today.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
real
Dude.
mail.
Honestly, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to order from
I'm gonna send them a
CCS
cake.
and like Skates on Hate, COD. It was cash on delivery. So they would send
Oh.
it. And when it got to your house, you would have exact cash and give
And
to the
you-
UPS guy.
Yep.
I would fumble
Sketch,
that every
dude.
time. Yeah.
Or
You're
you'd,
like,
or you'd be like, oh, I don't have my money.
enough.
Or
Yeah.
you'd miss him and it'd go back.
Yeah.
It'd go back. And it'd be like, oh my gosh.
Man, I'd be
Uh-huh.
pissed,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would go back.
Definitely
Yeah, if
like-
you didn't have enough.
COD, baby.
Uh-uh.
That's the old way.
Yeah, I love credit cards.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
Times have
Credit
changed.
cards. You see the credit cards at the old skate station where you put it in the thing? And
Oh yeah, the carbon copy.
The
carbon
carbon
copy.
copy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
nobody did that hardly at that place because it was
Well,
so,
and you know what's funny is like people didn't actually like have cards that much.
No,
like, they
that's-
would actually like seeing a card, you'd be like, oh, hold on,
let me get all the crap out for it. You also
pop
had
it up there.
You also had the payphone there,
You
too.
know. Oh, the payphone.
Landline payphone.
Yeah.
Crazy
Pretty
times.
cool. Did you ever see the skate station
No.
around any of those times?
No.
the original.
Legendary.
Yeah.
It's still there, and it looks really
It
cool because
is,
it looks a
yeah.
lot like it originally was without the ramps, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Where
it's
is it at?
it's a
In
venue.
Springdale?
No, it's in
Fayetteville,
Fayetteville.
Prairie Street, actually
it's
down
actually
by
Prairie Street Live is
Yeah,
what
Prairie
the name
Street
of it is.
Live. Yeah. And so yeah, if
So
you
now
get-
it's a venue type place.
yeah,
I thought it was like down by.
You're thinking of Skate Station 2.
Oh, I didn't see
yeah,
the
that's
first one.
that's 2.0.
That's
So,
2.0.
yeah,
Yeah, the
the
big warehouse that
yeah.
you grew up in, right?
Yeah.
When you were a little
Pretty
kid.
much.
Yeah. So the first skate station was kind of a greenhouse grill area.
Yeah, it's behind that.
yeah.
It's like I said, it's still there. It's just
Yeah.
a small venue.
Yeah, we were there with that one punk.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yep.
So those buildings were the same buildings that the skate station was
That's
in.
what those fools were
That's
talking
what we were talking
about.
about.
Yeah.
Like they came up to me, they're like, "You spent some time here," and I was like
Yeah.
fully in awe. 'cause
and that was
I-
like the 90s.
like yeah, because I
Yeah.
worked there. Like you were talking about, somebody gave me an opportunity to work at a skate park. Those are the best times
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
Just because they're just like you said, you're living skating. There's nothing else to do. What else would there? And so that's that's what I always loved about that. So when I went back and I was like, this is so sick. I just felt at home there. Even though the ramps weren't there, but it was like even the concrete pad. I was like, yeah, there's that bullshit I used to have to skate through, and
No,
like,
there's
smooth
like-
over here, you know.
There's memorable cracks.
Yeah,
there
totally,
where we're
man.
just
I could
That's
tell. I knew where all the ramps used to
Yeah.
sit just
Yeah.
because it was the same spot.
we could probably even go as far as like where the lips touched. Like you
Completely.
could probably say like you
Yeah.
can see rub marks from
Ah.
like where it was
Yeah,
because it was wood ramps with metal
Sheeting.
flashing, and yeah, it was rough.
Sounds
The
dangerous.
blade.
It was dangerous.
Yeah, man, it cut a lot of people up.
Cut a lot of people up. Yeah. Oh, and what pro got
Peter
their face?
Peter Ramondetta
Ramondetta,
fell on it.
No
It was like in the
way.
summertime.
and his face
face was
got
hard.
melted to
Yeah,
the ramp.
I rolled him.
Yeah.
I rolled him over, and like it was like silly putty, just like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he
No way.
like I think he got
Yeah, well,
tattoos over it.
Well,
to
and,
hide
and
from
what
it.
I think what happened is he had a heat stroke while skating during a demo, and like fell onto the ramps, and the ramps were so hot.
They're so
it
hot.
just- it
Melted
That's
his
Rogers
time.
Skatepark right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it would do.
It's
If
a
you fell,
good
if you
point.
got knocked out and fell on it,
Wow,
and touched your
bro.
face to it
Yeah.
for 30 seconds.
Like my dad at Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh my god.
My dad passed out the Red Bull. He took a spill and then
Oh no.
he was good for like an hour and then just
Just jarred out.
fainted, and then I'm like,
It happens.
he's like 6'4", 240, so
Oh,
I'm right next to him. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Just like-
Dad.
just like carried him to the ground, like, ugh. And then
What?
I was like, dude, you good? And I'm like waving my hand. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I'm like waving my hand in his eyes. His eyes like rolled back. It was like really scary. And then he like snapped out of it. I'm like, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not. And then he's
No,
like,
you're
don't
not.
tell your mother.
don't tell her.
Don't tell your mother.
Mom, I
like,
hope you're not watching.
She'll make me go to the doctor and shit.
Well, she was there, and then
Oh.
I called the ambulance. I'm like, dude, called the ambulance, and the ambulance rolls up, and we haven't told her yet. So the ambulance and the her are rolling up at the same time, and I'm like, yeah, dude, dad passed
It's
out.
for
I had
Dad.
no idea
Dad
about
passed
that.
out. Yeah.
Oh,
It's cold out.
That's great.
He's getting back into skating. He skated when he was when we lived in
Oh, that's
California,
cool.
but
So that new park will really be cool for him. Then
Yeah.
that whole snake
The
run
flow
there, the
section.
flow section is going to
Yeah.
be so good for people.
That's what I'm trying to.
It's going to get, and that's what when I thought was good, we conveyed that to the city. Like, look, this is going to, young people will use this, and older people are really going to come out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because
we'll
you don't
have
have to do some death-defying drop to drop in on a ramp.
Yeah.
Like at Bentonville, and just some wobbly ramps. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who skates Bentonville. They're like all the way up.
The jitter.
Yeah.
Well,
Sucks.
we got Van Buren. I haven't been there,
Yeah.
but that looks
Dude,
insane.
Van Buren is probably it's in the
I
running
really
for one
got
of the
no
best
complaints.
parks in Arkansas right
For
now.
sure.
Dude.
Or it might be. We might just
I
give
learned
it
540s there,
that
bro.
for
Yeah, it's the
now.
best
Yeah.
ever.
Dude, I know that hip
Right.
is so cool.
The big one?
Yeah, man. It's my favorite. One of my favorite things
Yeah.
there is
I
that
want
big
to
hip.
blast a big old melon. But
I know.
And I've seen like a bunch of people like do some like kind of first for themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
whoever it is.
Yeah.
You know.
There's some really
Yeah.
creative stuff there. It's not just like straightforward. You know, some of that you were bumping out. That's like a waterfall up and out.
yeah, bro.
I always thought that's what those are for. It's like a multi-purpose. You can go
Big
down
ass
and you
cat.
can also go
Yeah,
up it.
totally.
That's what I like about those waterfalls type stuff.
Me too.
But man, it just got a lot of stuff there to skate.
And that 20 stair off to the side, right? Is it? Am I speaking on my ass or? Is it
Nah,
20
that's
stair?
No,
20.
it's
like 20.
I think it's 20.
Yeah,
I think it's 20.
Nick did it back in the day
Yeah.
when it was jank, and then they just I love that they repurposed it. They're like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's-
we can.
And a few people have done something.
Oh,
on
yeah.
I don't, 50. I think a 50s went down.
50s and a
Smith
Fable or
I
Smith.
think Howie Smith. Howie Summers.
Oh, yeah, we did. Okay.
Pretty sure.
It's cool, man. It's a cool rail.
If you go on Google Maps, they have the old picture of it like looking janky, so you can really
It's
like
still
see
there.
what it is like.
That's
It
cool.
looks like an old,
like when you go to the park,
like,
Google
Google
Maps.
Yeah.
So I said
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah.
did it. Nick did
and
it
it's
back
like
then.
an old pool, like a community pool.
Yeah.
But then you can
Community
see that stair set, but then you can really like see how crusty
It is
and
crusty.
what that skater went through to ride it.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it because they kept the bleachers to sit and watch and covered, and so
Yeah, the
like,
green.
it's just, man, it's just
Good touch.
Mhm.
yeah, and it's
And-
in a good part of town. It feels safe. It feels
And those bleachers are the
Pretty-
original from that
Yeah.
pool, because on the maps, Google Maps image, it has those bleachers there
Man.
from the pool. So you
think about it. You go
use
down there
those.
now. You can go to Fort Smith. You go to Van Buren. Then you go to Derek's. Go to Gnarnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek would be cool if you pull up.
Well, man,
He
he's
definitely
throwing a
would,
big
yeah.
thing on Saturday. So I mean,
Yeah,
he's
so-
gonna let the world
So
know. There's gonna be
shout
so many
out,
people posting out
Gnarnia
there.
DIY.
I'm sure it's like
Damn it, Hunter! I want to go to that.
it'll be like
Just kidding.
whatever Herman Hole, where at least you're gonna give him a heads up before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's gonna end up having people call him up and be like, "Hey, can I spend the night this weekend and ride
Hell
your
yeah.
boat?" A
That's
lot of
sick.
that.
And he's got Keenan and him, right? Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keenan. Yeah. Good old
So-
local Bentonville kid that
Yeah.
moved.
Yeah.
moved away,
Oh yeah. And they've
He
they've
rips.
really transformed that place, and also Keenan's skating's just gotten so much
Dude,
better
yeah,
since
he's
been.
hesh, bro.
Because living with Derek, it's totally like lifted him.
They were going to Fort
totally.
Smith a lot too, and so yeah, he's getting used to some of those. Yeah,
Derek-
just
Derek's
speed
such
and
a
hauling ass
insane-
and going down to Canis a lot. Yeah, just skating a lot.
Yeah.
It always improves
Truck,
everything
yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
I remember I was invited to Sedani's like right when I just started GR2, so before like even the van, and Keenan was like, hey, come out and film, and then like I had this video of Derek doing a hand plant at Sedani's bowl. It was
Yeah.
so sick.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I think Nick's in the background.
Oh
with the
yeah.
fish eye, the
Yeah, I know
looks
exactly.
so
I know
gangster.
exactly the shot
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was a great
And
one.
Nick
Yeah.
gets some really good shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Gibson. Also
Shout out.
to
Shout
Nick.
out, yeah.
Doing a lot of shout outs on this
Shout out. I do.
episode. too.
Hope I see him this
Gotcha.
weekend.
Gotta let everyone know who's
Yeah,
who's
right.
involved in who's,
Yeah,
who's
well,
a big impact in this community. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people don't like to
Shout
get
out
out
my
there and
mother.
say, hey, this is what I do. But hey, I'll get on here and say, hey, these guys kick ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that we have this. The scene right now is very fragmented.
Mhm.
We got a lot of separation. There's a lot of. I won't label it as a clique,
Yeah.
but it's more like groups of people that are just kind of gravitating to this or that.
Definitely.
But it also does create a lot of separation, between organizations and stuff like that.
We're all about positivity over
Yeah.
here.
But it laps over too. Some of
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time, yeah.
There was like before I hopped on the scene, I guess there was just some stuff that I wasn't involved in, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's I mean, I think anybody in a scene and not even just Northwest Arkansas. I speak to a lot of different skate scenes around the country and the world, and like, you know, everybody kind of has that same kind of issue where it's like, you know, cruise, fragment, separate, and then, you know, you don't have that large group that's like helping prop and push something.
I hate it, man. That's why I'm like trying to be cool with everybody, and I just like
if anyone thinks they can't skate with us, that's on them.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I would probably even say the first step to that would be to show up at the shop.
And what Jimmy's doing by posting so much, and be like, hey guys, this is Arkansas. Like, come get to know
absolutely.
us. Yeah,
absolutely. But also come to the shop, and I mean
be personal.
I tend to force myself on people like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But there's crews and cliques. That's why I should be able to go talk with anybody.
Yeah. That's what I think too.
It's still one big scene.
Yeah.
Well, I think that what ends up happening is you talk to any skater, like for like any amount of time, you're like, oh, this is like a brother of mine.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's pretty easy to like keep the conversation going, to like, you know, be engaged with that person, because like you realize that you have an exact anchoring key interest. You know, this is something that anchors us and it also like unifies us. Definitely. You know, as a I know it sounds really
I think I was in Bentonville
cliche.
I was eating somewhere like a tropical smoothie or something, and this girl, she works there, and you can see her, she's kind of coming up. I got my kiddo with me, and she's like, do you skate? You know, and I was like, yeah. And she just asked me a few questions, so I just told her, and she's like, yeah, me and my boyfriend skate. We started going to the park and all this stuff. And I told her, I said, you know what it means when you go around just asking random people if they skate? And she's like, no. And I was like, you're a skater now.
Yeah, you're one of us.
You're a skater now. That's what that is.
Definitely.
You recognize
one
level. Skate, recognize skate, and so you've graduated.
That's
Congrats.
cool. I never thought about that. Yeah.
Real recognize really.
Yeah, it is real. And it's like, I remember when I was coming from, you're talking about California. I'm also was born in California, but came to Arkansas and call myself an Arkansan. You know, being around people that didn't know skateboarding, I was so attracted to people when they saw their skate shoes, and I was like,
yeah, bro.
Hey, dude, says something.
Hey,
get back here.
Dude, when I moved here in 5th grade, I dropped all my attire. I was wearing like the big bulky DCs. I was like,
the big tongues,
bulk them. I had this
tuck those jeans in those tongues, baby.
Attire that was not accepted here, and then like I was like, Mom,
in Bentonville though, Fayetteville would have been good, but
fine. I was like, Mom, we gotta go like get some like those Nike shorts that it's like maybe
I'm sticking out. I gotta get bullied for this shit.
No, seriously. And then I literally switched that. I mean, I was still like, you know, I did all my like growing up. I played baseball, so you know, skater and baseball, and then but I like outside of anything, it was just like all that skater aesthetic, you know, lifestyle. Yeah. And then when I moved here, it was just like, ooh, I may have to tone that down a bit.
Well, I mean, like that's the other thing too, is that
these
like
Southerners hate me.
They don't know what it is. You know, it's confusing and it looks strange. Like you look, you know,
raggedy every day, bro.
you must not be from around here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's the phrase that comes out.
Where are you from?
You need button down and slacks over here.
That's what I always.
It was funny.
Where are you
and
from?
Then, like, the yes ma'am and no ma'am thing was crazy to me because everything was just like
it was a lot, huh?
When I talk to my parents, like, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah, all right. Like,
I'm really bad about yes ma'am.
I'm
no
good.
ma'am,
like that kind of
stuff.
And then they're like, yes ma'am.
It just
no,
comes
sir.
out.
Like in school, I'm like, oh,
like,
I'm not like being like
rude. Yeah, you're not rude
by saying yeah. I'm like, that's just Cali. Just yeah, dude.
It's just kind of like
I was like, that's how I talk to my parents. Yeah. And then they're like, it's yes sir, no sir, and I'm like, okay.
Well, sorry, drill master.
Sorry, yes sir. No, I just rolls off my tongue. I don't know why. I mean, all my life, I guess it wasn't like drilled. I didn't get in trouble for it a lot, but I don't know.
Well, just like football coaches in baseball, if you were like, yeah, coach, no, it's yes sir.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
Dude.
Yeah, like sports is way more like the formal for stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I played multiple sports, but not like super late because I've moved around a lot, so it was hard to like get back on the team every time you move to a new spot. But I'll remember in high school, I missed a day of track or something. Like I did pretty good in track. I was little and I was fast, and I showed up late or something. I remember my boxers would stick out of the bottom of the shorts, and coach was like, "Where were you?" And I was like, "I was skating," and I was like, it had just gotten warm or whatever. And he's like, "Well, you can't do both." And I was like, "Well, that kid plays football and runs track, and he told me I couldn't do both, so I just took my shit off and gave it to him." And it's like that's what made me skate, is all those people telling me you couldn't do it too. You couldn't do it too. You had to focus on basketball.
They make you choose.
Yeah, I loved basketball and track, but choose.
Yeah.
Choose. And then as I moved around, I didn't have to get in with the team every 3-4 years that I moved. I was like, I still had my skateboard. I just go down the street. So after a while, it was like
skateboard never leaves.
That's right. So I could move with my skateboard. I didn't have to move and join a new team.
No. It's like the cool thing about like getting out of sports and then going to skateboarding was like I didn't have anyone tell me what to do. I could go at my own pace, take my own break. I could. No one's like, oh, you have to land this kickflip in 5 tries or like you're benched. Yeah. Like I could do whatever I wanted.
That's interesting.
The reps, the amount of reps I could do, like, because I was not brainwashed, but like that was what I was doing.
It's structured.
It's structure, man.
Structure
for sure.
I'm like, wow, I can say that I don't want to do this right now.
Screw that trick. I'm moving on.
I don't. So
free.
It's cool. It's so cool to be that free, and that's what skateboarding is. And the amount of reps, like wakeboarding, like, dude, you're paying for a expensive boat. You're paying a ton on gas because I don't know if you know here you can't fill up at your own dock, so you have to go to the pump or you get they'll get you in trouble with the core will, and if you fall, the boat has to circle back around. Like the amount of reps you don't get wakeboarding and the amount of reps you don't
takes to get reps.
But with skateboarding, dude, reps all day. You can literally like
I never
crank
even
out
thought
50,
about that. You're right.
reps,
Any kind of wakeboarding or wake skating, it's turn back around, get reset.
No one wants, and then you feel bad because no one wants to watch your ass fall
on a new trick.
Right.
On a new trick.
Yeah. So it's like, dude, when I was out there, I was doing like 720s and stuff, and it's like, I can do like I'll go as much time as I want, but I also like I know you guys don't want to watch me do this for 2 hours straight.
Well,
like let's go, we're running out of gas.
Yeah.
That is tough. There's definitely like a barrier, like a financial barrier to some.
I think that's why those new parks are pretty rad, where you can just
go the cable parks.
Cable parks. Yeah.
If anyone wants to make some serious coin here,
put a cable park.
We were talking about doing a camp at one point, and we talked about having a spot like that.
If you go to like
sliders and
like the one in Texas, they have like the surf ranch.
Surf ranch.
You got the cable park, the surf, but you can also rent a cabin, and it's
like right there, right
around the perimeter of the cable park.
That's how you get reps, right there.
Dude. I mean,
that's what changes the game on some of that stuff.
Yeah, and if this is already going to be an action sport hub or a place where this is going to be a place where people are touring, like a tourist town. And so you create these things like that. I think you create some really cool stuff.
I think it's the same reason you get these snow towns, ski towns that put a park in there.
Yeah,
they put a skate park there or some other snowbuilding thing. But I can see why Bentonville's doing that. I think Springdale, Rogers, Fayetteville, all of them need to like say, hey, Bentonville's doing this whether you'd like it or not. You better add some shit too, so you'll be at least be able to like leech some of the tourism off of it, because Fayetteville's been running some tourism off lately. I know they've got some new stuff, but they ran some tourism off.
They had some practices that were like anti, new growth or I don't know. They want to put stipulations on things, and that makes a lot of people want to take their business elsewhere. And I mean that's one of the reasons why you see like the AMP used to be in Fayetteville.
I did not know that.
Bikes, Booze and Barbecue was in Fayetteville.
Bikes, Booze and Barbecue used to be in Fayetteville.
I'm not hating on any of it, of course, but it's facts. They moved them, so and
other cities are gonna want to throw down. So I mean Bentonville, Rogers.
So I said the other cities need to get on board.
Van Buren threw down. They threw down.
Oh,
that's right. They listened to the skateboarders and they
threw
very randomly.
Randomly.
Like that. Yeah, out of nowhere, right?
It's dope. I mean,
whoever did that, thanks to them.
You're pulling people from Fort Smith, and then you're also pulling people from Conway, from even like Russellville. Like people in Russellville, like where the hell are they
coming up all day, every day.
Now they have a little closer venue.
Well, there's
a park in Russellville, but it's kind of like not so.
Come on, bro.
Ergonomically correct.
You skate in that park all the time?
No, that's what I'm saying. So that would be like if you wanted to
Jimmy
go to
knows about it.
Park,
yeah,
it's like that Russellville.
It's like you're gonna skate the Springdale Park all day long.
Yes, sir.
I do go there guilty.
But see, I think Springdale's fixing a bell on that whole skate park.
They are.
I think they're done. They're not going to redo squat. But they got their street course.
The street spot
is
sweet,
so
like
crazy
right there in downtown.
Like,
okay.
It's
like the best square of all the cities.
Yeah, of all the squares.
They're down with skating.
Dude, that's Machba for Arkansas.
Have you met the very nice lady that is out there like creating or spreading positivity?
I do know who you're talking about.
She always comes out and talks to us about skateboarding and how don't unplug these things but yeah, she's out there cool with it.
Chris Mizell says y'all get a cable park going. Breckenridge, Colorado resident.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I've been to Breckenridge. And it's
Homie.
like Deep Bowl. There's all this other stuff to do.
There's all this
Plus,
stuff to do.
They got
Yeah.
some serious
Yeah.
ski slopes and some serious like lifts.
Oh yeah.
Have been
Yeah, he's a day one. Right when I moved here, Chris Mizell, he's forever homie.
Shout out, Chris.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out Chris. But he's moving back. But yeah, cable park would be sick. But yeah, he's a Breck dude. Skis.
I don't see why not. We have a big lake. Why
Right.
not? There's got to be a spot for it.
And you know, you can definitely do.
Probably Corps of
It'd
Engineers.
be
is
so
probably
much cheaper to be able to like be like, hey, I can get into wakeboarding now because I don't have to spend $200,000
That's
on a
right.
wakeboard.
becomes
My
more
dad doesn't have to go buy
accessible.
boats.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's seriously, or like
And
I
it's
said, rent it.
Yeah, it's you could do cable. You could also do like inner tubes.
It's saving the environment.
Yeah.
Way less carbon footprint.
I know. I got the perfect spot for it. It'd be
There you go.
on 14th and A Street.
Oh, you
Anyone's
talking
listening-
about in town, huh?
Yeah. There's that
Sick.
huge plot right by the Bentonville the track field. I don't know, right there. That would be a sick spot.
That's
to have
cool.
one, dude. It'd be
Build it right in front of the school. So
I think
no one pays
Fable's got a
attention.
spot they could do. Well, they're going to try to do a kayak thing
Yeah.
in town down there at the old pump house.
Oh, the pump house.
They're going to
like it.
reclaim the
Yeah.
West Fork.
An indoor would be cool too. I've
Yeah,
heard
build an
rumors
indoor skate
about
park.
how the Walmart home office, since they're moving, that huge, like if you looked outside my shop, there's a huge brown.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that that's going to be like an indoor, like mountain bike mecca, like indoor stuff. But hopefully they create like some skating in there maybe too.
I wish
don't
they'd
know.
put mountain bike courses at Zero Mountain in Johnson.
was like
in
2
that
years
cold,
ago I heard
That
that.
cold storage mountain.
Yeah, cold.
That'd be sick.
There's the cave, the cold storage cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody could do it. I think it's gonna take. I mean, even like what you're talking about with the cable park is like, it just takes somebody that is down to put some investment forth and sees the promise that Northwest Arkansas has.
Yeah.
For, like you said, action sports.
Man,
and
it's
like,
freaking
and-
gorgeous here, man.
Yeah.
and
That's why I love
further.
hiking and camping out here. Like,
Dude,
people are like, why don't you go out of state? And it's like, there's so much to do here, and it's so much cheaper right now.
Well,
than
how
just-
crazy it gets is with the action sport. I mean, you can claim it as action sport or not, but
Yeah.
the Red Bull racing planes, game composites.
Yeah, game.
Yeah. And
Shit's
at
sick.
so I'm like, right, my shop's
That's
right there,
sick.
dude. They're flying.
there.
Yeah, and that's the Red Bull racing.
They do tricks
They're
there
making
all the
that.
time.
So like, you got
Yeah.
mountain biking, you've got Red Bull planes that are being
trick
made
plane
yeah,
racing,
right
yeah.
there. Like, dude, it's like the amount of different crap that, like,
Yeah.
not crap, but just
Stuff
action
going down.
sports
activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
extreme sports,
well,
however
it's
you want
like
to call
we
it.
see too. All the major players in mountain bike game are moving up here and putting shops, or at least establishing like a
brand,
location
yeah.
or something, because they have to be up here because it's hot.
It's
the
hot,
action's here, man. So
Well, and I think that you're talking about the lake. It's a big lake, so I mean I think that we're
lot of room on it.
kind of missing out on some like water sport
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's not as active as it could be. Is that true?
no, I
You
think so
come
because
from
the
Wake,
whole
so-
lake's not even developed.
No,
There's so many spots that are just silently like quiet. You
Yeah.
could like
It's
disappear down a
it's
little
the,
cove and-
It's the core. It's
The Corps of
them.
Engineers.
that's what I was sort of
It's
saying.
them like not letting, because all these developments, these houses are happening, and then they're not letting them get docks.
right.
So
Yeah.
you have to have a dock was already had to be in place before.
I could see them
That's
fighting.
the
I could see them.
moratorium.
Yeah, I could see them
Yeah.
fighting a cable park too.
Yeah, and that would be cool. Like you can go Prairie Creek
Well, the
section
cable
off an
park.
area.
The cable park would just be like wherever. Like you can put those kind of wherever, right?
Yeah, you can just anywhere.
Anywhere.
But you could do it if you already have the body of water, which is Beaver Lake. All you have to do is just put up the
line.
the
The li-
line, and then you got the water
Put
there.
the
You're
motor
just
on
putting
the
up
other
the
side.
cables because it just goes back and forth,
That would.
and you're like going against it. So, if you have a 30-foot rope, you got 30 foot this way, 30 foot that way. Well,
True.
you
Yeah,
got the
right,
height
whatever the
measure.
height is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
But-
on Beaver, like that
Yeah,
would
on
be
Beaver, right where
sick.
where
Yeah.
the swimming areas.
You know what it reminds me
Mhm.
of? It's like, remember
Easy.
back in the day, they would pull them on a boat and they would jump
Yeah.
the skis.
Oh,
like,
dude, that was,
Oh,
I don't know how they have knees.
I know,
I
it's
don't
so dumb splat, but that's what it reminds me of. We need to go back, but a more modern
Yeah.
version
But
of
they
that.
have the jumps. Like I don't know if you've watched videos, but they got all the jumps, the rails. I mean,
Yeah.
and you can do wake skating,
You
which
can.
is dope. Is you can
And it's
skate.
slower.
Oh, wake skate. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I like those wake skating parts, so you can find a few of them on YouTube because that sport kind of just died because you need a winch, you need body of water or like a creek, but the skill on the wake skate's pretty impressive. Like
Yeah, it's
you're
tough.
flipping a really I don't know.
It's
a
big
heroin
board.
egg.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Bigger.
Sam
Bigger.
Sam would love
Skate a
it.
big heroin eggs, what you are. Like, what's up?
It's crazy.
They might as well just start making skimboards, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
straight up though.
Dude, I think you
might just an egg wake skate.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Wake skate.
Wake skate. Trademark.
Yeah.
Trademark and copyright.
Right now.
Wake skate.
Jake Edwards says cable park is for the kids.
Cable park for the kids.
I'm down. I'm not a kid, but I'm down. I would. That's like I would never mountain bike except they built all this stuff here. Sorry. But I would never really probably wake skate or anything like that unless they had a cable park.
Exactly.
Wake skate.
Jake, what are you doing on a cable park, bro?
Yeah.
Ooh, JK.
Well, no, I mean, like to me, like I actually like had trouble. Like I tried to wakeboard one time, and I had a lot of trouble getting up. And I wanted a place where I could just be chill and like just in my own time or whatever.
Every time Neil took us out, I sucked, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Neil used to have a boat and everything, and I got a big sack that pushed it down. And but I just never could, man.
Yeah.
Like
we
different.
I would say the wake's probably as tall as this table, the one we're hitting, and I'm going like 22 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like 75 feet, so I'm 75 feet behind the boat. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it is you fall in water, so you can get really risky. You can throw flips. Yeah, if you're cool with like doing a belly flop.
Yeah, but still,
if you can handle that pain, then you can literally send.
You're not flopping from way up high, so
whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it is you can like really throw flips and you're landing in water. You're not landing on concrete.
That I do like that. Like the risk factor is a lot lower.
Definitely.
You know, so like you're just not like. I mean, I know when I try stuff on mountain bike, it's like I need to make sure I'm gonna land this because if I don't land this, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, man. There's so much mountain bikes brutal in that way. It's like it's not just concrete splat. There's rocks and trees and just you come up with this stuff stuck in your arms. It's brutal.
Do you do downhill or?
Downhill like enduro, but like I'm definitely more free ride because like honestly like being a skater. And
that's what
riding
I feel like
mountain
I'm doing.
bike, it's like
street skating.
You end up skateboarding. Like you end up just being a skater.
Your eyes end up going, oh shit, here.
Yeah. Okay. And so you end up like sessioning stuff a lot more and turning stuff into like a skate spot.
I got you.
You know, which is it's kind of shocking to some other mountain bikers because they're like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, like I've seriously like set it kind of like like we'll as skaters like we'll like set a tripod up at a spot. Like I'm gonna get this clip. I'm working on this trick. I'm gonna get this. So I'll set up and I go back and I'm kind of like waiting for people to get out of the way and stuff. And I've seen people like ask me like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, they think you fell over or something.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no. I'm just like I'm sessioning this spot. Back off. Get out of here.
Jake says your Jimmy is top 5 on Beaver.
Yeah. What did he say?
Jimmy is top 5 on Beaver.
Top 5.
Top 5.
You're like, who's 1 through 4, punk? Instantly, he's like offended. Right,
no, we did have some like competition of like, oh, this dude is throwing this down. All right, screw that guy.
You're gonna throw like something.
Yeah, there was competition on the lake. Believe it or not, and we didn't even know the dudes. And we just would see a post and be like,
wow.
"Yo, I'm owning this now. Like, you did that. I'm doing the 540. I'm doing a 720.
So sick.
Like, don't come
That's
at me."
Rad.
And we would have like these crews because we'd wake up like 5 in the morning and we'd be out there like right at sunrise. That's the best water, like glass, and you'd either see like, oh, dude, there's just many stories, but some guys wakeboarding that will be in the same cove. Like the respectable thing is if you see a wakeboard boat in the cove wakeboarding, you stay out.
Really?
Like, do not go into that cove. Now there'll be mornings where I will be wakeboarding and then another wakeboard will come in and just rip back and forth and be like, yo, what's going on? And they're throwing like legit tricks, but they're trying to like take over that.
They're also pushing water up on you too.
It's better like in the wind too. It's like, you've got an east wind, west wind, like the way the cove sit, it blocks the wind.
So you're like kind of like going like I would say like if I'm backside, I always want to hit it backside.
Yeah.
Like that direction.
Yeah. Or like if the sun's rising here, you don't want the
sun in your eyes when you're spinning. Yeah.
And then it
creates. Plus a cove could be like a still glass spot.
Cove, yeah, and that could be like the only glassy spot in the area, and here comes
another wakeboarder hitting your spot.
Like, we'll be like just like, all right, buddy, and we'll chirp at them. We'll chirp from. I don't know if they could hear us, but we're chirping. Well, we'll chirping and like saying some stuff. We're chirping back and forth, and we
got it.
I
hate you. Leave.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like it. It's fun to do that. Like I don't know, I like that. Like baseball was
it's
always
like
chirping.
competition.
That was one of my
Competition a little
favorite
bit.
things to do when I was a kid. Baseball was make all the noises and chirp at people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that was what I was more pro at than anything else.
It's good, dude. You can get into someone's dome like pretty easily and rattle.
rattle
dude,
the cage.
Dude,
Yeah.
you winning, and then it's fun. Then you got all your squad behind it,
Everybody's
chirping,
doing it.
and then everyone's in on it. It makes it so much fun. And then they get
So- So is the wake scene here like? Is there any kind of like? Is it divided because of like competition? Or?
No, not really. Like there's like me, Cooper, and then Jake. We ride. There's Bray Towns. He's a sales guy at Arrowhead Boat.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I met him.
Bray's
before.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's a really good wakeboarder. He sells a lot of Malibus, and he's
Right.
link up with the
Sick.
guy. He mountain bikes. He would be a good one to bring on for those 2 question mark days, the 5, 24, and 26.
Oh, look at him. He's on it.
Yeah, well,
I don't know if you filled him up.
those dates may be filled.
But yeah, he'd be
but
a
yeah.
cool one to bring on just to talk about.
Yeah,
the
well, I mean,
wave
yeah,
scene.
we're we got. I mean, this is season 3. Like we
Yeah.
got season 4. We're booking season 4 right now.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got. We're gonna book season 5. We're probably gonna. Season 4 is almost filled up, and we're gonna start booking
Yeah.
season 5 also.
But
So
Yeah.
many people have reached out.
yeah.
But yeah,
After-
Bray's a OG like wakeboarder from the area. Who that's not like something we're like. That's not one of the guys we like
Right.
chirper.
Right. Beefing with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is the scene small?
Very small.
Very small. Like
Yeah.
you like know most of everybody, if
Most.
not everybody.
Yeah, that is like a decent.
It's weird though
wakeboarder.
because there's
Right.
that whole lake, and you would think
Now there's a lot of wakeboarders out there,
Sure,
but I mean
but
they're
in a
not
different-
throwing down like what we.
they're just
They can't do a 720.
yeah,
like-
and they're not
yeah.
throwing back rolls. They're not throwing back
Mhm.
ones with like grabs and.
they're like
different stuff.
nose grab.
Yeah, or
New
they're not even
one.
clearing the wake. Yeah,
they're just clearing the wake.
yeah, or
New
if
one.
that.
If
but-
that.
Yeah, if that.
They're on some normal
Poor guys.
shit.
Sorry,
or
guys.
like the best is
Yeah.
like you'll be wakeboarding and like, oh dude, this is glass, baby, and it's like 7 a.m, and then like grandparents take out their grandkids on the pontoon.
On the
And
pontoon, baby.
and they're just
They're
just
wrecking
doing
it.
us.
They're just wrecking it.
Bro, like come on, man.
Yeah, I'm
They
actually.
got no etiquette.
No etiquette.
Look. I'll admit it on this. I have.
Now that he thinks about it.
I have sea-doos, and we're pretty horrible people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just following wake surfers all
Yeah,
day.
that's right,
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
yeah, look at the wake.
I know this for a fact. You guys know that it creates a good jump
Oh,
for us.
it does.
It just
It's beautiful.
does.
I don't.
It's
I don't-
amazing.
Yeah, I stay away from wake surfing.
So do I actually out there I encounter 2 people.
Yeah.
It's either the people that are like totally down that we're behind them, or the people that are just like they just like shut it off.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, they shut it off.
they shut you down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
they shut
they
it down.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blocking it.
Because they just don't want you to like jump behind them. It's a distraction, 1, and 2, like if they fall and you're like behind them and you're any kind of irresponsible,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
dangerous. You
It's
know?
like dolphins following the boat in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
But those
I doubt it.
those wakes though that you get for a seat like to jump,
Yeah.
they're incredible. I don't know if anyone's listening and hasn't experienced a wake surf wake come at you. It is
They're
gnarly,
huge. I mean,
curling.
it's
What is it?
scary.
A
The wake surf, you know the wakeboard boats,
Yeah, yeah.
but you know they're wake surfing, so they're going like 12. So and
It's
they're-
slow.
It's slow, but it's fat.
It's
fat.
fatty. They're coming down.
and
on it.
it's
Yeah.
like like sometimes if it's a really new boat and it's way down, like
Yes.
it will you'll
It'll
have
curl.
the rollers
It'll-
and curl. It is
It's
wild.
it's
Sick.
beautiful. Yeah. And one of the other things that happens too is like as the wake like builds further down, it gets better for Sea-Doos and jet skis
Yeah.
because it's like the transition. So it's like about like the
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it
shape
creates
of the
training in the
transition.
back.
Yeah,
I've
and it
noticed
creates
that.
some really big,
I've
just like
noticed
long jumps that you
Yeah.
can just send it,
Send
dude.
it,
Just
yeah.
send it to
It's
eternity. Yeah. It's
My,
like
my boss has got a stand up jet
Yes,
ski.
yeah.
He rips that around.
I used to ride stand up, but like fat and lazy, and I have two sit downs.
Damn, I'm ready to go swimming. It was
It's
humid
time.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna cool
I
off.
think
but
we're
I'm
getting
s-
some severe storms later.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna cool down, but I'm ready to. Man, I'm not ready for it to be hot, but I'm so stoked to go
Yeah.
swimming.
But it's
love
time.
those.
Yeah, it's time, and like we're like one of the things I something I just love about like Arkansas is like the whole like do something that makes you sweat, then go
Then go swim.
Swim, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
the
hand
best.
in hand.
Yeah,
It is nice.
yeah. Well, yeah, we're getting close.
Nathan
to the,
says,
to the end.
"Shout to Get Real Skate, the best shop in
You.
the NWA area."
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Yo.
Nathan. Nathan Webster? Or did you say
No,
Nathan?
sorry, Shilk. However I say that. Sorry if I butchered it.
Way to blow it.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan.
Get Real's the best. Thank you's the best.
You're up to
Yo.
20 watchers.
Oh, dope.
Yo.
Everyone
Hanging,
go buy
everybody
a
hanging.
thank you board right now.
At Get Real.
Yeah.
Not right now, though.
But yeah.
they're here.
We're over here.
Yeah. You got the mobile van, but
A bunch of boxes.
We got boxes
in it.
If anyone's interested, I am selling that van. So if anyone
You're
wants-
not going to deck it out and make it a
Put a
live-in?
mini ramp in it.
That would be a mini ramp.
Tech ramp.
It'd be cool for like a couple months, and then
It would.
Then you
Yeah.
hit your head 3 times. You're like,
I'm
"Damn,
over
bro, I
this."
need to Get
Yeah.
this out of here.
The smallest ramp that's like acceptable is the ramp at, next to the dump and grind. It's a little mini indoor mini.
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's-
actually really fun to
skirts
skate.
it, yeah.
Never
it's,
skated
it's
that,
fun
but
to
I know what you're
skate.
talking about.
Yeah.
It's in the garage and shit.
It's in like it's actually in a room in a house.
Oh, fuck.
But it's pretty fun.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, so the shop. What's the shop hours?
Shop hours are 2 to 7 or Tuesday through Friday, Saturday 11 to 7, and then Sunday 1 to 5. So only closing on Monday,
Yeah,
and then 2 to 7 on the weekday.
do you anticipate things changing when the park comes in?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
longer
Will
hours.
you
Like you're talking about longer
Mhm.
hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
what
Yeah.
if you have to move?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Have
What if
to
you
move.
get too big?
Oh, the location.
Yeah.
Well, they
By
got,
the bank.
they got a bigger spot
By the
across
bank.
the hall.
Whatever.
In the building.
So
They have a 2,000 square foot spot, like literally right the hallway. Like I look at it every day, and then, when I was first looking at the 2 spots, they were letting me like do like an indoor in that one spot,
Oh, okay.
and like they're like, oh yeah, you can do indoor here. I'm like, wow, this is a bank. Like,
Are you
really
sure?
letting me
Yeah,
do
you
it?
sure?
Sure,
You sure
you're
about
about
this?
to like, it's gonna get wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what you're asking for.
Skateboards break
They
glass.
did that. I mean, in Fort Smith, Walmart like rented out to Bordertown that back area. That's what Bordertown was like the lawn and garden section, and they didn't like it. It was loud.
Yeah.
There was music you could hear.
And the thing too is they actually did a bunch of insulation too. So like the wall that was in between Walmart and Bordertown was like a thick insulated wall.
Yeah.
But it
And
didn't matter.
Yeah.
It still wasn't enough.
Any indoor. Yeah,
That's what I thought. It says it's Nate from Rec. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
what's up, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Shout
thought.
out, Nate.
I almost said it. He's
Shout
got the
out,
hard
Nate.
last name. Me too, brother. My last name gets butchered all the time. It's okay.
But yeah, if it does get bigger and I do have to move,
You might stay there.
I'll stay.
Or
Yeah.
sounds like you know someone that's got stuff around town.
Stuff,
maybe
yeah,
that would
yeah.
might have something.
Yeah, but the
But
location.
that
where it's at
location's
is-
so
yeah.
it's so
Well,
good.
I mean-
like I love it.
No,
The only thing you maybe be a block or 2 difference, like if you can
Yeah.
find something within that, but still.
I need Norm the Tire Man to get out of there, even
That'd
though
be
they
sick.
kill it. Norm the Tire
Norm
Man,
the
they're
Tire
awesome.
Man.
But dude, that building, or even their like storage sheds where they keep their tires behind those domes.
You're lusting after other people's buildings.
Yeah,
I get it.
I want those.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I want
But,
that
yeah,
building.
I mean,
So many opportunities, bro.
so many
Yeah.
opportunities.
Well, I mean, and the shop has to like justify a bigger space. So I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, it's probably going to be in your best interest to like stay in that small one for the longest amount of time.
Yeah.
Build up some capital that if you even feel like you can or
Yeah.
need to move.
Yeah.
It's just such a great location.
That'd
It's
be
so
good though to
close.
like just even
Yeah.
leave a flyer or 2 down at the park, like this way to get real.
Yeah.
Like people
That's
are gonna come
smart.
from out of town.
Yeah.
that's
They're gonna
really
come from
smart.
out of town.
Yeah.
Really smart.
They I'm trying to talk to the guy who owns the building, but like put it so in front of Bank of America there's this grass spot that's unused. There's like this old like picnic table, but I want to like get like Sedani and the DIY people or people who like did
The concrete dudes.
concrete dudes to come in there and do a DIY like a precursor to the park. So when people are cruising down or if they're at my shop, they can like hit that little spot, test it out.
and like, there's actually like a skate spot.
Then, yeah, like
On
a
the way to the
skate
park?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Super.
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they tear down the Bentonville, why don't you just take some of that stuff over there? I don't know.
I mean, usually skate park builders that pop up next to something that's DIY, they're pretty respectful towards the DIY and usually like try to incorporate the DIY
Yeah.
or something, you know.
And just for a place like
Yeah.
it's a bank, so like people are rolling in and out getting their money. So for me to have someone go skate in the parking lot's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So like to have a place where like, hey, I do want to test my board out. I do like need to see if my trucks need to be tightened or loosened.
Yeah.
I can go like skate this area safely. but also like have it cool. Like it is like a precursor to like the main like mega park. That's
There's a big one down the
cool.
street. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a banging like little section. It could just be like a little mini and a ledge or something. I don't know, something easy.
Well, I mean, the fact that it's something that is in a spot that's already kind of going skate, you know, it's like, hey, you guys kind of already pre-approved this. Yeah. Right? Like, are we zoned properly?
Yeah. We're doing this anyway.
It's zoned for a skate park, so
like,
I think.
Oh, I thought we were all just pouring concrete. What's going on, man? My fault.
You start kicking up ramps and stuff, bro. I don't know what.
I can't wait for them to do that. I can't wait to see what it looks like because the only other park that I know, not just skate park, but park in general, like they're going to build, the only thing I can think of is the Gathering. Yeah. Not that
gathering place.
That the Gathering place. Yeah. They have this giant playground and swings and like it's massive. And Bentonville's that's what they're doing. Some massive.
Totally.
I don't forget what they said the circumference like trail around that thing was.
It's like 100. The park's like 100 acres, right? Not the skate park, but
the entire park that it's in is stupid.
Or the Bentonville
park.
One, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
I was massive.
I was thinking about the Gathering places like you were mentioning how Bentonville's starting to like, you know, or I haven't seen Bentonville, Northwest Arkansas is starting to turn into this kind of like mecca of this or that. And it's almost like the whole area is turning into a gathering place like that, you know, because like there's so much infrastructure built around all this stuff happening. You know what I mean? It just, if we can get skating in it more, you know, like if we can get skating to be more a part of it, it would be more important. Yeah. You know, it'd be or more impactful. I mean, towards like the plight of more skate parks. You know, skate shops being supported, things like that. Definitely. Which is why we need to get some stuff on the trail. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Just make it more. It makes it more normalized.
Yeah, brother.
Completely normalized. Like it's not a thing if you see a kid skating. Like, oh yeah, like when you see a bike go through downtown Bentonville. Like, oh yeah, of course.
But like if you saw some people skating the bike trail, but there was like a spot that was kind of like, so like here's the trail. And then there's like this spot off to the side, but it's like a nice skate bench. Yeah. And you're skating it. You're not messing up the flow of the traffic. But people are cruising by and they're like, oh, that's cool. Like, did you see what he just did? You know, and like, that's, we need more stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. I do tricks for cash, lady. Pay up.
You just put the hat out there and just freaking
he did collect. He was at some parade over like Christmas, I don't know, Mardi Gras, but like they were everyone that was watching like the parade, they were eating it up, like him doing tricks. They're like everyone in downtown Fayetteville was like, oh.
Garrett, you turned into a street performer.
Dude, whatever. Basically. In my teens, my town always had a parade, and they always let us skate in it.
I just thank God that I landed all of it.
All the stuff,
dude. I was like, bro, I don't care how bad it is. I'm just putting 2 feet on.
It's like a run you did,
bro. And he was vlogging too.
Yeah, dude, it's on my YouTube.
Yeah, it's on his blog.
You can hear everyone screaming. It's so cool.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's great. Probably made for some worthy content.
Yeah, dude. It's also on my Instagram. I posted it for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I saw it. You were wearing the beads.
Yeah, dude.
Beat it up.
Beat it up.
I loved all those people. Dude, I loved their support. It was so cool. I wish I could do that every day.
That's
Go
good
and talk
stuff.
to people like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out at Mardi Gras. You get beat it up.
I sure will.
Beat it up. I think it's for the right reasons, though.
Yeah.
You're not like not stoked. You got loaded up with beads. You're like, this means something.
I always think though when you got like the big ones, I'm like, what'd you do?
What'd you do?
Man, you did something gross, didn't you?
Naked.
Yeah.
Why is that dude got all those
big
beads?
fat beads? Like, what you do, man? Come on.
I need to go to the bathroom.
What'd you show?
Beads.
No bathrooms.
What do you mean?
Go for it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What? Oh no, I was talking about like.
I was about to say.
Don't show anybody anything for beads around here. You're gonna get the wrong kind of beads. But yeah. Can it up.
Do you guys got any big plans?
Yeah, we're probably gonna announce those big question marks.
Okay.
Pretty soon for Naturally Gnar season.
If my knee will get better, I can start skating and posting again.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I sprained the crap out of it. I'm real close. I didn't tear anything. I'm real lucky. So, but I re-injured it at Eureka being stupid.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't have been skating on it. But yeah.
I'm glad it's only.
But it's like you talked about. I was just thinking about like old clips I have that are super old but are still good.
Yeah.
That I've probably never used. I'm like, wait.
No,
I'm one of those dudes.
No, it's a problem. I mean, like if you don't, if you have something that's like a guaranteed, like you're not saving it for something, you just put it out. Just let it go.
It's one of those things. So everybody's so self-deprecating where they're like, oh, I don't know if this one's right for this time, or it wasn't quite good enough. And it's just like, to me, a lot of times I see people and it's like, just post what you got. Just show people you're having fun.
Yeah. And I do have more fun. Like, even though I do post majority vertical Instagram clips, I have more fun creating the story like full length
of it.
You get to, with full length films, you get to like tell a story, and it has structure to it, has a beginning and end. You know, there's a lot of like a lot of emotion to it. I love to edit them and film them. I just like right now to be able to, and two, it's like when you do film a long part, you want the same camera every time.
Yeah.
If you have different cameras, it's gonna look different. If you shoot with like an FX3 like my camera, and then you use like a GoPro, the two footages don't.
It's gonna pop. Every time you swap.
Like I'm all about like visually pleasing videos, like how it looks to the eye. It just gotta naturally flow. I think. And if you're putting the time and effort of filming the clip, you got to put the time and effort of editing it and telling the story.
For sure.
And I'm all about that too. But it's so easy, not so easy, but it's just makes sense to just post vertical and get those views going. And then like once it like a meaningful full length comes into play, then then it's time to drop it. I've done a few like of myself, like snowboarding, have my homie filming, and then just like making some like longer form videos. But the long form is like I love them. I just don't get the opportunity to like create as much of them. But.
Well, I like long form for that reason, because like I feel like I you know, my editing style is very much like I edit to the song like 100%. So like intro, if the intro to the song, I build up the intro to the part. If there's a breakdown, I'm pulling down for that breakdown, or like a break or a build up or something. If there's a build up, I'm building up to the to that. And then, you know, I'll push it to an outro even, and try to have something that ends well. You know, and then, you know, it's tough with like bangers. You know, you try to like figure out like where to place like an ender, you know, thing. And I think that's one of the things that, you know, Garrett, I'll probably like use you as an example, is a lot of your clips are like stuff that I would consider like the last trick of a skate park.
Yeah, that's what I strive for.
Which
all bangers.
All bangers, But like
I appreciate that.
All bangers all day.
But you just give them out there. You just give it to the crowd. I
love it.
It's fun.
I love to give it away.
They eat that shit up. They love to see Garrett like do a banger and be like, whoa.
And it's like, but it's like stuff that, and where I'm bad is I would save it and I'd be like, bro, we're working on this full part. It's amazing. You gotta wait for it, and it's like the anticipation. I think, you know,
it's hard to build anticipation.
Well, and you brought it up earlier too, was the fact that, you know, today's day and age, it's like you film something, you drop it.
It has to be. You're filming a part in a day.
And I mean, like I'm sitting, I mean, you guys you'll walk out and you'll see a timeline in that computer over there, and it's, you know, there's a lot of clip. The problem is like when you actually have like a big project that has a lot of clips, what are you supposed to do? Like you drop one of those clips, you kind of like spoil the rest of it. You know, and that might be my viewpoint on editing and holding clips back and stuff, but like that's kind of how I see it, is like I don't want to like spoil the fun that can be made with all of it put together as one. You know,
for sure.
But then there's also merit. There's so much merit to like what you were talking about, getting people in the social and bringing them in. But then it's like, then I would ask you the question, what are you bringing them to? You know, I mean, I might be actually asking that now. Like, what does the short form media, in both instances, I would say for the shop and for Garrett, you same question. Like,
So
you're
people will
doing
skate
it
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's
the
goal of
reason?
posting that?
Yeah.
The goal of posting the short clips of Garrett and stuff is to get more, like, you're getting more looks. Like if I just start posting these horizontal clips on YouTube, where that Instagram is vertical format, no one's posting horizontal on Instagram, right. And if they do, no one wants to see the black.
Right, they don't want to see the lines.
So you're gonna post horizontal on YouTube,
or they also don't want to do the turn sideways. Like nobody ever wants to do that anymore. Yeah.
And then if everyone's done the YouTube route, you know how hard it is to get a following on YouTube and to stay consistent and all that kind of jazz. And I think it's more beneficial to post the vertical and Garrett as an example, 10,000 views compared to like, this 25 views on this long. Sure. I spent 10 hours, 20 hours
editing
this
some long
sick video. Yeah. And like maybe 20 of my close homies watched it, like cool. But like I also wanted other people to see that greatness that is being performed in this video.
I noticed whenever I started posting more, I started getting more recognition or like more people
for the skating.
The algorithm.
Yeah.
And like people out of the country being like, yo, commenting in different languages, like look at this, tagging my homies, look at this. I'm like, bro,
and it's just
how many times would I have to do that on YouTube or wait?
It may never happen on YouTube.
Exactly.
It's so hard to push
it
that far.
You could, but then you'd have to post minute-long edits, and what is that, like 30 seconds of skating, talk for 30 seconds, be like, that was today, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's...
Yeah, and I do know that, like, the vertical takes the effect away of, like, to see how big it is or to see the extra surrounding areas of it.
You got to film it better.
But you just got to figure out how to film it
differently.
Film
it differently.
Right. And then also, like, posting on Instagram and stuff, like, it gives him, like, the right exposure, actually gets him in some eyes, like the thank you thing.
And also, like, whenever y'all get to work, y'all aren't gonna go, let me open YouTube
and watch a full,
you can't just go through it real quick and run into what you run into.
Let me open Instagram, go to Garrett's page, and think and feel like I'm watching 30 minutes in this one.
Get
minute.
a few.
Yeah.
Well, I will give you that on your edits that a lot of it's like it's really interesting to think about it like this, but it's almost like what you're doing is you're taking what was a full-length part and compressing that vibe down to a clip's length.
Yeah.
And everyone's short-form content these days. It's hard to get someone to watch something over a minute.
No, I've talked about that. Like, I want to watch more podcasts, but they're long.
You have to be really. You
gotta have
really
some time.
Gripping, yeah.
Gotta talk about aliens and pyramids.
Yeah, like there's several that I'm like, whether it's even a skate podcast, because there's a bunch of those too, and it's just like, dang, I want to do this, and so it takes me forever to catch up. And then there's Netflix and and other stuff like that. Like, damn.
I have a better answer for what my Instagram is for. I want to meet everybody in the world.
Yeah,
and
so
I want them to come skate with me. I want them to come talk to me. I want people to see my Instagram and then see me out on Dixon and be like, yo, you're that person.
You're that guy.
Like, come get in this video. Like, I'm not stingy. Like, be you with me, you know?
We definitely are not like the guys are like assholes or like, you're like cool on Instagram, but like we're like, come hang out with us too. Like
the same person every time.
I'm a goofball.
Well, I apologize too because I might have framed the question a little improper.
Sure.
I know, sure. I guess what I was getting at is like you're usually it's like a form of redirection. So like you're like, okay, here's this leads you to this. So like check this out. See us here doing this or this. Yeah. Like, do you have like a reason to pull them away from it, or are you trying to keep them on the page and keep them on?
I'm trying to make them meet
on
me.
That social. Yeah. So you're saying like the goal would be the DMs.
I want human
like
interaction.
in person.
I want
I'm saying the DMs connections.
Be like, yo, can I come skate with you? Like, bro.
Yes, right.
You never know who you're gonna meet in real life too. It's like in the DMs is the same way. It's like you never know who's gonna slide up in there, and like it could be someone that could change your life forever and give you an opportunity. And also to like getting like him on social and stuff. It allows like if Death Wish or Thank You or any of these big brands like get scared as a writer, they also know that he's good at social media. He has an influence. He can also
that's
push.
A thing now, man.
I'm not scared to talk about myself.
It is like if you want to survive, like succeed, you kind of have to go into that social media route And if you want to keep your business afloat in certain ways,
you have to use it in some sense.
Use it. It's free. Everything's free. Like everything on Get Real is organic. I've never bought a follower. I've never like did a sponsored ad. You can go through any of them, and it's just all organic, which is the beauty of it. And it's just a hub for videos, like cool content, cool personality, and then also for these brands to hop on like an actual professional looking platform and like page and be able to like scroll through without like seeing like a really grainy clip, or like these are quality clips too that like I every clip that you see on Instagram, that kid or that rider is getting that clip in a Google Drive. I'm sending it edited in the vertical format and horizontal format, so if they do want to use it for a video and they're getting it like the day of or the next day. I have like a Google Drive. My Google Drive is littered with tons of names, people, and it's all of their clips. So they have a portfolio that they have a Google Drive that if like someone does ask, hey, I need a resume builder or I need a resume of clips, here you go. Here's a full like 50
I had some here.
Clips. Yeah. I mean, I think what's cool about that too, just as like a side note to that, is that you're even thinking about when you're filming, you have to be thinking of how does this look portrait? How does this look landscape?
Bro,
that's insane. Dude.
If anybody ever listens to this podcast and is like has seen me out filming myself, you're doing the same thing. I'm spending more time framing the trick, the ledge, whatever, bro, than the trick. Like I could do the trick in 3 tries, easy.
But it's a thought of like framing it in such a way that this will in fact work for
you might have to do it more just because of the framing and stuff.
Something like that.
I have cap heel no slit a ledge like 10 times the other day.
Just trying to get it.
Get the right angle.
Dude. It's like, man, this is
And
pointless.
I shoot everything manual, so like manual exposure, my shutter speed's all manual. The only thing that's not manual is focus, because I don't have a focus puller.
Yeah, same.
Focus puller would be dope.
It would, yeah. And I mean, I think I have the same issue, shooting DSLR. And I think one of my things is it actually influences my filming style. Yeah. So like because I'm forced with a certain focal distance, I'll film something because of that, a certain way. But then it creates like something unique, and that's what it was. Yeah. That's the clip. Yeah.
And lighting has a big play in it. Like Bentonville's terrible lights. Good thing the FX3 has great internal lighting.
The skate park's got bad lights.
Oh yeah. Well, the lighting just
for the camera's purposes.
Yeah.
But like.
But no, your clips are good. They feel real deep. Yeah. Real some good contrast.
Yeah. I shoot. Try to keep it more like I like cinematic look of stuff. Yeah. So I try to keep it not as sharp and stuff like that.
That camera helps with that too. Just like capturing that like kind of vibe.
Like I would say like low, like not low saturation, but it's not as saturated to where it's like very digital looking and sharp. I'm not a fan of that.
And it's some of that stuff that keeps like the film film look. Yeah. To things. Cinematic still.
Cinematic.
But still cinematic.
Cinematic. But I mean, to achieve what these guys get on like actual film cameras that they use for like actual movies is like that's real film, like the look of cinematic. You can't really get that out of DSLR.
And then the only other, I mean, like there's other people in skateboarding right now that are like filming with red. Yeah. And like that's it's so.
My biggest inspiration was Gimbal God. He films like all of the snowboarding stuff.
Okay, I did not follow that. I'm gonna have to follow that. Okay.
Gimbal God's like their OG like follow cam for snowboarding, and like it's ridiculous. If he jumps off those big kickers with them and is right there with a red on a stick.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
and he's like it's impressive. Gets the like his
That's
clips
like
are
what's his name that skates? Damn it, Tweet Stopper or whatever his name is.
Tweetster.
Chris Gregson.
Yeah, that's it.
I wish there was. I don't know if there is that, but I wish there was more of that Gimbal God type person in skating. Like
it's you.
We found him.
Gimbal God.
Gimbal God.
But he does so much. I don't know. He posts so much of these videos like I do, and just of his riders or who he's capturing in these different ways. And he's also like GoPro and all them. Like he works for him, but
and
he's just traveling and doing all that stuff. But like. I don't know. I feel like in skateboarding, there's kind of like that gatekeeping part. Like, yeah, this is all me. Like, I did this one. You know, like that's my filming. This is like no one. But like you kind of, but he did it in a way that like is really cool. That it's like kick-ass videos, and he he has a full website where he tells you how he exports them through Premiere Pro and how he gets like the clips how he gets them. And like I think that's cool to me because he's letting everyone get in on it, even though he has his own like way of filming and no one can replicate that. But he's also giving out the info.
Yeah, I think there's some. I mean, maybe not in the same format, but there are people like Chris Ray or Mike Missouri that are like they have put out like some sort of like, you know, here's how I get my clips or something like that. And like I said, maybe not in the same format, but also like you said, you mentioned like I'm not gatekeeping, but like, you know, this is how I achieved my spot and this is how I get it. I think in skate media, there's a lot of like art expression, and I would put myself and you in that as well. I mean, and you, Garrett, too. I mean, like you capture footage, you capture stuff, and you do it in a certain way that is also another expression of art. Yeah. And that has some value, some intrinsic value that you want to I feel proud of. Oh, yeah, you know, 100%. Like I feel proud when I put an edit out that I'm like stoked on. Like I filmed well, a lot of editing, and you know you're thinking about, you know, you have foresight. Like you know, Garrett, you were talking about filming something like so many times because you wanted to get it captured right. Yeah, like that's art. That's another form.
That's why I think skateboarding is just art in general. It's like you can take so many avenues with it. You can be sporty.
Music, the music you add to the clips. Exactly. You know, you were talking earlier about we got into that whole debate about, or that conversation about music and, you know, edits. Like again, you did it again with the whole. You're taking what a skate video part was, and you're compressing it down to a shorter form. In all aspects. Yeah. Because I never thought of that till now.
I've watched so many like skate videos. Say it's a full length part. It's only 2 minutes, but the Black Sabbath song's 6 minutes long. It's like, oh, they did some serious splicing here.
You got to get in there
to make this work, and to like maybe they use the intro, use the middle, and use the outro somehow.
I literally did that in my last Van Buren edit. Like I chopped up the intro,
chopped up some stuff. Good.
Played the middle. You know,
I'm stoked. Yeah,
it's so much fun. Yeah.
See me, I'm a dork. I'm like, let me just pick part of the song that's 2 minutes, and
all the songs.
You're an editing pleb. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure you're this way too, but like when you are making an edit, like you pick the song or whatever, and you like driving in your car and you're like you're playing the edit to that song, or like how you would ride to that in an edit, and that's how I like come up with transitions, or I see like I'll film it this way when I come to the part because that song did this, and I'm like in my head I'm like, oh, that's the way he comes out of this.
Oh, totally. I've had it go so bad where like I'm filming something, I'm thinking about a song, and I'm like, oh, this would be perfect right at this one clip when he goes around and it's like that, and it goes pop, you know, like or like I did this one edit where there was a break, and it would be like where a snare hit would be, but the producer didn't put the snare hit in, but I made the landing be the snare hit that would be on that spot.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Garrett, Mish says, ask you how to spin 540.
How do you spin 540?
It's all in my twist of a hip.
It's all in them hips.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the
hips.
Sling it first or wait? Sling before the pop or wait?
I'm doing a full cab. If you can full cab, fling a full cab, and then just kind of
pop
shoulder. Is it shoulder that's the rest of it?
Nah, it's super hip.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm like throwing a full cab, get into full cab, and then putting my pop hip back over itself.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Well, no, I mean it your body gets to a point where, you know,
the shoulders stop after 180 for sure.
Yeah. And I mean you're basically like relying on other body parts to like generate the rest of that rotation.
That's the next Skateboarding I'm trying to write. I just don't have the time. I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, and you're still doing those pretty regularly.
Pretty regularly, as much as I can. Getting clips is a little bit more easy just because I can't edit right
like
now.
do you end up doing once a week or once a month or whenever they come?
Whenever I get a computer.
I go, after this?
I go bang 3 hours. Yeah, dude.
Just wait, fool.
I could literally have so many out just by tonight. I just got to do it.
Yeah. So basically it's a matter of like having a method to edit down clips and
I wouldn't even say method.
Stuff.
Just having the right tech.
You'll get one.
Yeah.
You get your method down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, having the tech to it. Are you when you film that stuff? Are you filming it on your phone or are you using the camera as well?
A Canon.
You're using the
Canon XA50.
Oh yeah.
Big old fisheye on.
Mish is good. He's gonna get footy of 540. He'll send it over.
I bet.
Yeah.
That quick, bam.
Sick.
Now you
love it.
The more you
love
know.
It. The more you know.
Just act like you're mule kicking somebody.
Yes.
I do like watching what's his name's trick tip guy, Skate IQ.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah,
what's
what
the
is
kid's
that
name?
dude's name?
Mitchy Briscoe.
Yeah.
Is it Mitchy Briscoe?
Maybe.
Is it Mitchy?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's Mitchy.
I love the comment section is always like, how's this guy like doing the tricks and talking? He's talking over while he's doing everything.
It's awesome.
And it's
he
so
actually
clean.
can do commentary while he's doing it.
Yes. I wish I would have had someone like that when I was little. Just all the little nuances of skate and vert that are completely different than street. Man, I was like, and an old dude could really watch that and go, yo, I've been so close for years, and I just needed this one little to push me over the edge. And sometimes that's all it takes is that light to go off from something like that. And I really like his page.
Yeah.
I know there's some old dudes that are on there like, don't tell him that. No, don't. It's like, dude.
I think that's what makes the social media. It's like how you take it. It's like Skate IQ is like every post he's adding how are you adding value to your audience? Yeah. And that's the goal is like, how is this post going to add value to the audience and impact them?
Yeah, and I think he even made a post about that. Okay. About like that was what he wanted to do is add value.
Because he had gotten some flack. Some dudes were trying to clown in the.
Actually, no, I'm going to take this back. It wasn't him, but this is a hot button topic. It was Aaron Cairo. Oh, Braille.
Everybody's like, yo, you guys are gatekeeping. And I'm like, well, you got to have a little bit of gatekeeping. I know you like to make it a negative connotation, but how's skateboarding supposed to stay punk rock if you get rid of all the punk rock? Or how's it supposed to, if you fade, there's room for all of it, but don't fade any of it out. Yeah, you're going to have dudes gatekeeping that are like, I don't know, like the meme where the dude's like, "Ooh, brother, you got that coming, dog. Some of that shit out there is lame. You got that coming, and it's just gonna make you a better person. We're supposed to dog on each other to fine tune us. So it's not so much a gatekeeper as it's like, dude, I got dogged when I was a kid, made me better. Now I'm dogging you. It's gonna make you better. I'm not hating.
Well, I mean,
it's just a bit of gatekeeping. That's,
a lot of people dog on Braille.
Yeah,
like.
I can see why.
I mean,
man, I'm so like I just started following like Shredder News and some other stuff, and I guess I just been out of the loop. I like they'll put a story out and be like, "What happened? I don't even know the history here." Yeah. Like,
I guess that Gabe guy left. The guy Gabe Braille.
I saw that, bro.
It was a big emotional video, but
bro, it's so controversial.
Well, and it's all of it. All of it is around Aaron Cairo being announced as some.
Scientologist leader?
He's like
dude, it's so
somebody
weird.
in
like,
the ranks.
Like,
somebody in the ranks of Scientology.
I thought you skated. Yeah. Why would you do that? Like, well, I don't know. It's like it's like some pro skater going, "Hey man, I'm preacher at the Texas megachurch now. Y'all keep following." Like,
well, no, all right. I want to defend the dude, even though I don't have any reason to. I don't care. But like. You were talking about fishing earlier and like how you skate and I fish, like I skate and I ride mountain bike. This dude does skate and Scientology. I guess. I don't know.
Think he knows Tom Cruise?
Well, he definitely knows Tom.
I know Tom
Bro,
Cruise.
if you got like he's in like pictures like newsletter like
it's weird stuff.
Pictures.
I think they have like an epic skate park in there, just like one that.
Oh, I bet.
No,
if they had the money,
ledges.
They had the money.
Super marble ledges. They paid for it all. They got
their electric ledges
and
electric powered.
It might be not Jabroni says, but like Gary V. I don't know if you guys know
Gary V.
Yeah,
Gary.
I love Gary V. Some of his stuff is a little out there, but just like his form of the way he's like talks about content, there's like a lot of value there.
He was one of the guys that I think was one of the originators of be addicted to making content. Yeah.
Some of the stuff is just out there with what he says, but there's some talking points or some points where he are very valid that you can apply to content and
I don't know that, dude.
Yeah, well, and I think what he does is he kind of looks at content from a business standpoint. So you're kind of
just keep putting it out.
You're getting a combination of like how it would be approached from a business standpoint and from a content creation standpoint.
He's always about, if you don't have a podcast in 2024, you're losing. I guess we're all losing, Gary.
Well, we're on one.
We got one.
We're on one.
We're here, bro.
Gary, he may even interact with this.
Dude.
Just dropping his name there.
Checking in, yeah.
Gary V.
Holler, Gary V. Shout out. This was the shout out episode, and we're shouting out a bunch of people. Shout out Gary V.
Shout out, thank you.
It's Mark said separation of church and skate.
That's right.
And then Mish is like, our local skate instructor is going to be the leader of Southern Pentecostals.
I was thinking Sunnyvale
the
Trailer
Snake
Park.
and Strychnine shits,
and
man.
I guess another shout out Bumboy. A lot of my videos I've been posting lately with like the instrumentals. It's a local artist named Bumboy.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's a local
rapper. And he has like 500,000 monthly Spotify listeners. Like, really cool stuff. And he makes his own beats and stuff like that.
No, I'm
you better
so pro. Yeah. No, I'm just honestly like pro using this. I love one of my most favorite things to do is to use local music for local edits like that.
Bro, he's done that quite a bit.
It's the best.
It's top.
Southern Pentecostal. That's awesome.
That's good stuff.
You doing any new deck drops, Gnarkansas deck drops?
We do have some coming. I wouldn't really call it a drop. It's probably more like just merch ad.
Yeah.
But we'll probably do we'll probably get into another collab soon. We don't really have anything directly in the works. Well,
because people eat it up, they love it. Every time, they love it. Like,
because you guys were selling that deck.
I don't even think I have one left.
Sick.
Great, that's good to hear.
Everyone loves like the Gnarkansas drops.
Well, we appreciate it, and I think our thing was, there's a lot of board brands out right now, and we're not a skateboard company, so we don't want to like take. I wouldn't say like we're not trying to be competition with a skateboard brand, but we love doing like collabs and collaborations with people.
The Juvenile in Arkansas.
We like that type of thing. We've tried selling skateboards individually before, and it's just.
I mean, even like that shirt, that's DrewLR, and like we're like wanting to do more, just collaborations with other artists and other entities out there that just like. Keep it fresh, we've
definitely talked about some stuff. Nothing solid, but
what about like some Gnarkansas mountain bike goggle straps?
Ooh, they've been working on some stuff. They've had gloves, jerseys,
some grips, or jersey like the jerseys are dope.
We do have. I'll show you some jerseys stuff that whenever we get off air here. We got gloves. We looked at sweatbands.
Okay. Yeah.
Those
I just want coffee mugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a coffee mug going, dude. I'm gonna figure it out.
I talked about getting some Bic lighters. I should have done that.
It's hard to get merch going, isn't it?
Well, and it's about it's choosing the right one where everybody like feels like they're gonna utilize it and get it. Probably one of the best we've ever done was to probably runner first, second, whatever would be koozies and cheap sunglasses.
Yeah, koozies were hot.
That was
everybody wanted a dadgum koozie.
Yeah, so we're bringing koozies back.
I got a bunch of other koozies just for trading.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like down to trade.
You do what?
No.
Oh, you jerk! I didn't know you had more of them.
I got some sweet.
Oh, you're talking about other ones? Yeah.
Like trade off.
Dude, we haven't had our koozies since like 2000 and
people love those.
Probably 11.
Yeah.
2011, something like that.
What else do you guys touch besides like skateboarding and mountain biking?
We're just my outdoor stuff. Like
outdoor.
If me and Nick go overnight hiking or something, or even camping with.
Because you do some overlanding, right?
Yeah, we've been trying to do more of that, but it's so hard to get dudes together.
I know a guy.
Oh.
It's the guy that I was talking to you about. Grant Wilbanks.
Oh, from.
Grant.
Yeah, from Backwoods.
Is
that right?
Yeah, Backwoods.
Is it?
But he has his like own YouTube too, and he does his own Insta. He has like a really big following. He always is redoing his Tacoma,
It's the sand-colored Tacoma.
Yeah,
Dude, things
it's insane. But he
see, I've been meaning.
He has a whole crew.
He does the rigs and coffee too up there.
Oh, okay.
But he's a good one. He's my age. I went to high school with him, played football with him. Grant Wilbanks, cool dude. But yeah,
that's what I keep saying. I'm gonna go up there and be like, dude.
Big overlanding community. And he's like involved in it.
And they just got, I think, some new Toyotas, like those new ones that just came out.
Oh, the new the little box.
No, I think they got a new Tacoma. And
Gotcha. Okay.
The new boxing one don't come out to the end of the year.
Dude, those things are so tight. They're like little utility trucks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, check them out if you can.
Okay.
The new Toyotas are supposed to be like these kind of like DIYers, like friendly kind of unit, and you can just customize it to like whatever your purpose is going to be. There's going to be fishing rigs. There's going to be work rigs. There's going to be
you're going to be able to build it.
All kinds of stuff.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Utilitarian
for sure. Super, super tight. Well, yeah, dude, I think we exceeded 2 hours.
Perfect. I was going to go
a
long one.
You did it.
215, 220.
Shout out, thank you forever.
Yeah.
I'm very stoked to be honest.
Shout out, Jimmy.
Puds.
So cool.
Appreciate you guys coming by.
I knew Brad going into this. I didn't know you. And
sick.
Awesome to meet you, and a great way to
absolutely
first meet.
Yeah,
well,
it's gonna be a sick summer, dude.
It is gonna be epic. Yeah.
I almost fell asleep, bro.
It was that bad.
No, bro, I was getting tired.
It's it's lengthy, dude. It's lengthy.
That would have made for good video if you would have passed out. So I could have woke you up.
I know. I was sitting here like, bro,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I've just been busy, dog.
Yeah.
Starting to work.
Yeah.
That work game.
That's a dope logo.
Yeah, dude. That's the. Let's see where we get that one.
This one's special. As soon as he made it, I was like, "That's it. That's it. That right there."
The state stack.
The state one. So
state stack. Yeah, we've had that one for a while, and like
there's a lot we can do with it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like our the connection to the state, and like honestly, so to wrap this up, man, like the whole point of this show is like telling the story of Arkansas, and like whether it's like new or old, or this person, that person, this side of the aisle, that side of the aisle, like every story is deserving of the tale.
Yeah,
and you guys are doing it, dude.
And you guys are too. You guys are doing a great job of doing it. So
I said I love this area. Love this place.
The dope Gnarcast.
Yep.
Hey, if you want, you can have me back on, and we don't have to talk about Get Real. We can just podcast it up and talk.
That's right,
dude.
That's how it works too.
It's
Jimmy's a new host.
Ready to come back.
revolving guest.
Well, I mean, like, dude, and every guest that comes in, man, everybody says the same thing. Like, once you get going, dude, it's just like it just flows. But yeah, appreciate you having you guys. Stop by. See you next time. If anybody wants to get some cool skateboard gear, Get Real. Address. Hit the address again.
807 808 South Walton Boulevard.
Gotcha.
Suite 12. That was the other company.
What's the general description, like how to get there?
Walton and 8th. It's the Bank of America on the side entrance. You'll see a Get Real sign on the wall. It's on the side.
Yeah, don't go in the bank.
By the Walmart Supercenter.
Yeah, it's by the Walmart Supercenter.
And if you do go in the bank, they're awesome there, and they'll
go around the corner.
They'll take you right.
Go to Get Real every day of your life.
There we go.
I got
go there.
Free. I have a mini fridge filled with Red Bulls and Dr. Pepper's, Cokes.
So come get a Red Bull.
Some Jim Beam.
Take whatever you want. And then free stickers on the counter, free service.
There we go.
And yeah, it's a good time in there.
Dude, love it. Thanks for coming. See you guys later.
Of course, dude.
Goodbye.
Yeah. See you.
Dang.